Good morning, Sassy fam. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Today's check-in is for the bi-weekly energies, essentially an energetic snapshot of what you might expect over the next week or two. Like always with the bi-weekly energies, as with any tarot reading, take it resonates, leave it does not, and if there's any question about placements, description box. Right, let's jump into it. A couple weeks ago, I told Sassy fam, hey, guys, expect a reasonable pause in messages as I have a family member who is actively passing. Well, here we are. We're going to have our Sunday check-in today, and for right now, I can honestly tell you, no midweek messages. In other words, your standard collective sign messages, Monday to Thursday, none this week. If I'm able to reasonably produce a Sunday check-in for next week, I will, but again, I want you all to manage expectations. And looking back on my message to you a couple weeks ago, I realized I didn't give you much to work with, and that's my tendency. That's who I am. I very much value privacy, not just because I'm a Scorpio, but it's very much part of my training. My background is as a professional counselor, so yeah, privacy, way up there on the value list. But I can tell you, this family member, she is my aunt, my biological mother's sister, and she's been in pain for many years. She is passing due to advanced cancer. I do know this aunt well enough to know not to go into details. She wouldn't want that. I know this is coming. I've had plenty of time to prepare. This is not my first passing, and it won't be my last. Our only goal and objective at this time is to make her transition as painless as possible. Death is part of life. And I know that for some of you, it gets uncomfortable when I do talk about death, and it does happen in tarot. Traditionally, death isn't always that blunt in tarot. No. More often than not, it typically means transformation or rebirth, but sometimes it does mean ending. And the most human thing you can do is simply acknowledge it. But thank you all so much for understanding, and I know you will. I appreciate you like always. When I'm able to resume messages, you'll know, because I'll tell you either in a post here on YouTube, Facebook, likely a combination of the two. Updates are easiest for me and fastest for me on Facebook, so if you care to join me, it's linked down below in the description box. While work and working hard comes naturally to me, I'm always that person. I need to have goals. I always need to have something to work towards. I also do not get lost in it. In other words, I don't use work as a form to bury my other concerns. I don't do that. On the other side, I can't bear to remain idle. So during this time, to kind of give me some space to get my thoughts in order, I'm going to take a look at things, make some notes for the channel. I have so much to update you all on. It's simply ludicrous. Things I've been meaning to do for the channel, I have been accomplishing here and there in forms of little tasks, but now it's started to accumulate. Hopefully I can get around to actually editing my thank you message for the 200K subscriber milestone. We finally got there. But in some sort of message to you all, be it the next Sunday check-in or the thank you message, I got to share with you all what I've been up to. But for now, like I said, a pause on messages, and we'll get back to it when we get back to it. So I will not see you next week, but I will keep you updated. I will see you at your sign today. And until I see you next, take care. Be well. Leo, welcome to your Sunday check-in. And happy birthday. Oh, show me Leo, please. Cards are jumpy today. What's up? Ace of Cups, Two of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Well, no wonder. Yeah. The Sun, Two of Cups. Devil. Oh, no. Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, King of Pentacles. Okay, we're going to have to break this down into situations. Here's situation 1. Here's situation 2. And that's a result for one of the situations. Situation 1. Ace of Cups, Two of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. I'm glad to see that you are loving yourself these days. Putting some good quality care into yourself. Making good decisions around that. Love that. Ace of Cups. Your cup runneth over. Soft heart, beautiful heart there. Free flowing. All right. So as I often say, when that cup, the Ace of Cups, becomes so full, starts to run over, wants to break off, become a 2-cup system. Who to share it with? So this is where we see we're aiming for perhaps new love, and that feels good to us, and it should. We want that to feel good. We want that decision to be a good reflection of our self-worth and where we are. You loving yourself is a great start. prioritizing your own needs. All right, so keep that in mind, because here we have situation 2. The Sun, 2 of Cups, Diablo. Ooh. Alrighty, so here we have a 2-cup system. But we have some really interesting mixed results on it. One part joy, the other part feels like damnation. There is an emotional union here for you. I'm not convinced you want it. You're aware of it. And like I said, you have mixed reviews on the subject. It does feel a little possessive. It feels a little clingy. This is what you might call emotional codependency. I can't be happy unless I'm attached to you. So emotional codependency. And that's there. It's a choice to feed that. It's a choice to be part of it. Now, we get wrapped up in things like this. We don't see it at the time, but I promise you it is a choice. Well, they said they need me, so I can't let them go, I guess. They said they love me. They can't live without me. I guess I should stay and contribute to this. Now, depending on where you are in a connection like that, at some point you figure out, okay, this feels unhealthy, so it probably is. And it's time to do something about it. That's if you see it, if you figure it out. I think some of you figure it out because you walk from one of these scenarios. The one that you most likely walk from is the one, obviously, that's the most unhealthy. 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups, King of Pentacles. Yeah, from a practical point of view, there's just something in here you know you should not be investing in. Specifically, making yourself available to. If you're going to anchor with somebody, emotionally anchor. Okay, emotionally invest. May it be good, may it be healthy, may it be reciprocated. Okay. Real love would not try to chain you to it. It would set you free. And if somebody somewhere is not interested in setting you free, then you have to do it for yourself. Okay. And that's what I see you doing. I see you walking from one of these situations, but specifically not making yourself emotionally available to it. And I agree with you, at some point it's just the practical thing to do. Some of you might have a fair amount of pentacle in your chart. Okay? Earth, I mean. Ace of Cups, 2 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Because this is very healthy. This is lovely. Okay? It's calm. It's relaxed. It's like I feel like love or new love could be a good thing for me. And you're responding to that beautifully, easily, without pressure. That's good. Six of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Hermit. That looks so healthy and strong. Oh my gosh, the potential of it. I got to tell you, honey, from your point of view, as you're looking at this, you're showing me this doesn't just feel right, it feels sane. I got to point that out. I'm sorry. I really want you to trust your situation, one. It feels so balanced, healthy, calm. But here's the thing, it's wrapped up in the Lovers. So yes, I do believe this, Leo, I'm looking at, for at least situation 1, the idea of new doesn't just appeal to you. You're saying you're ready for it. It's coming from a good place in you. And I got to tell you, there's a strong Lovers connection here that you said right away. You pinned it with the Hermit. Pinned it, okay? Healthy. Healthy, it just makes sense. The idea of the strong Lovers connection, which it seems that in some way you're familiar with, but the heart's growing in that direction, is that it's calm. It makes you reflect, think, and want to heal. Nothing but good things there. Okay. Okay. So that's situation 1. Let's take a look at situation 2, where it's coming across as emotional codependency. That's extremism. It really is extremism. Okay? Another side of the Two of Cups. That's extremism. I can't live without you. I hate you. I love you. Ah, don't ever leave me. Yeah, it feels a little possessive and very insecure. Remember, healthy love makes you feel secure. Unhealthy love makes you feel extremely insecure and uncertain. Okay? Simple rule of thumb. The Sun, Two of Cups, the Devil. Seven of Cups, Queen of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Yeah. Look, it's not that you don't care about this. You do. You say you got a soft spot for situation 2. I know it's because you're a loving person. And you care about this one. You do. At Five of Pentacles, in some way you know this speaks to abandonment issues. That it's not necessarily of love for you, but someone's terrified of abandonment. And that's what often creates these emotional codependency issues. Don't leave me. Okay, so when someone has those abandonment issues, don't leave me gets translated in that person's mind as I love you. No. It's not fair. They're putting the fear before the love. Okay? Somebody's language tells you a lot. It's not that you love me so much, it's that you're terrified of loss. Fear of abandonment is not love. But it is a form of desperation. You seem to know in your heart that while you care about this, Queen of Cups, Seven of Cups, and you've tried repeatedly to get situation 2 to understand that, you also know that it's deeply rooted in Five of Pentacles. All right? So how they actually feel about you is attached to abandonment issues and fears. You know this. And you feel it in your heart. You feel it in your heart. Literally, you feel it in your heart. Like, I know where this is coming from. You do. Because you have what looks like a kind of gentle, loving consideration of situation 2, but it's not where you feel safe to anchor. Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups, King of Pentacles, and that's because clean, pure love cannot be returned to you. That's why. That's why you don't feel safe to invest in them. Not like this. Okay? Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups, King of Pentacles. The Emperor, Three of Cups, Queen of Swords. Oh yes, you will have made up your mind here in the near future, and I mean literally within the next 2 weeks, about whom it is you will connect to and what it is you will not connect to. You're very clear on the subject. So you absolutely have an answer for yourself. I couldn't help but notice you slipped from the feminine into the masculine, and that really tells me not only are decisions made, but you're showing me the will, the force of will to back them up as well. So the Emperor, Three of Cups, Queen of Swords. Oh yeah, very non-negotiable. So I see you walking for one of the situations. It's not worthy of the investment. The fact that you showed me that twice, that you take into consideration your own sense of self-worth, as you should in love, always. It's as important as anything else. The pentacle, the fire, yes. Because you took that into consideration, you know one of these is not right for you. It's not worthy of you. It does not represent healthy love. You also, therefore, simultaneously answered the other question about what it is you will connect to, and you mean it. That which you will connect to, and let's call it this one right here, situation 1, that's set in your mind and in your will as yes. Yes, I absolutely want to connect to that. And in fact, your energy got very formal there. Very formal and very focused. So one's a no, the other one's a yes. Okay, it's really straightforward, and I'm happy you're making good decisions for yourself, and I know you're looking at that, but anybody would not choose that, you would think, right? Like I said, we get caught up in that, and people who don't know, they don't see it, they're enabling. They're enabling, and you're familiar with that to some extent. You know what it is to feed this and it's unhappy and still possessive and gross and sticky, and it doesn't feel healthy because it isn't, right? So at some point, it landed on you. Oh, it's not about me, it's about their abandonment issues, something like that. So you're able to walk away from it. But a lot of people will stay right here. It's like, no, I can't do new. This one needs me. They already said horrendous things that indicate they will not do well if I'm not there. See? You guys, we got to know. Everything begins with the self, including self-worth. And if you understand what yours is, then you can understand why this isn't good. Right? So let's be happy. I'm happy I'm looking at a Leo here who understands principles of self-worth. This is good news. And protect yourself, protect your interests, protect your heart. Yes. Protect your best investments, no matter what they are. Emotional, mental, physical. Yes, protect it. Right there on the split too. The shield twice. Protect yourself. This one you say is healthy and healing. In other words, you know, if it's not supposed to connect, then they wouldn't try to hold onto you, and you wouldn't try to hold onto them, right? It doesn't feel clawing. It feels healthy. But this one you feel the need to protect yourself from. It would cling to you if you let it. Success. Let's see. The path you're on will bring you success and prosperity if you just keep going. Lots of little steps take you along the way. You're on track. Yes, success. Okay. E, T, W. We have the medallions of Libra, Taurus, Scorpio. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to, and the seasons might be important to you. We have twin dolphins, which I'm going to go ahead and accept as the lovers. Right there, very strong connection, and create that the dolphins do, then create the heart space. Again, healthy, highly functional, and you perceive it as a good connection that just not only speaks to you in a healthy way, but that you honestly feel that you can learn from, that will enhance your life, will enrich your life, and frankly you see as being worthy of you. It's very revealing here in your situation one. Yes, and there's a little bit of a playful side, but that's what you get with the lovers, yeah. The point is that, from your point of view, you look and feel compatible in all the right, healthy ways. That means you probably are. Okay. All right, Leo, honey. I do hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me, Saggy. Queen of Wands, Two of Wands, Two of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, the Chariot. Wow. Your opening looks lovely, light. There you are, darling, looking fabulous. Your natural state of grace, very fiery, on point, passionate. 2 of Wands, 2 of Cups. I see you conversing with somebody. Now, 2 of Cups doesn't tell me too much. Some sort of emotional bond. It can be a deep bond. It can be a shallow bond. But nonetheless, I see you talking to them, and you feel good about it. Now, 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. There is something over here, though, that you are refraining from. It's a situation that's known to you. You find it cumbersome. You don't like talking with it. It's different. This right here, in the next 2 weeks, we like talking to this person. Over here, yeah, there's communication, but it's heavy and broken, disconnected. Like I said, cumbersome. It's still there for you to work through or work with. You haven't let it go. 4 of Pentacles. But you don't seem to be very interested in giving it your full attention either. But it's still there. 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, the Chariot. You know, regardless, you have an amazing environment, I must say. It's very productive, highly skilled. It's not just your personal work, home, career, finances. That's in there, but also what it lends itself to in the greater scheme of things is quite vast. This continues on quite well, indefinitely. You have a very active, thriving foundation. It's, my goodness, it is alive, well, and thriving. Very good. And the Chariot, You have nothing but the best intent to continue on with that indefinitely. So that's not something that just built up over the next 2 weeks. No, I see it continuing on for a long time. That's your legacy right there. You're going to have some great inroads here between, I would say, last Cancer season, which we just exited, well into August, September, October. You're doing great work in there, and it shows. Okay? All right, let's see what this is about. Queen of Wands, Two of Wands, Two of Cups. The Moon, Six of Pentacles, oh, the Fool. Oh, hey, someone just kind of, I don't say radically, but surprisingly just opens up. So it's either you to them or they to you, but it happens within the next 2 weeks. Yeah, someone just kind of pops up. Hey, how's it going? It's under the moon. So either you already know that and you're keeping it secret and you're like, I'll open up to that person when the time is right. In which case you would literally know when that is. Or it's the moon you cannot see, and someone's on the other side kind of hoping to surprise you. Hey, what's up? What's going on? You want to balance? You want to talk? What's up? It's very light. It's friendly. It's just a little unexpected into the realm of surprise. But it's very light. It's very manageable. And if you're on the receiving end, you take it with good energies and a glad smile. If it's you prompting it, same. It's returned to you. A good energy. Oh, hey, you know, it's good to talk to you. It's good to balance with you. Right? It's nothing but good vibes in there. A little surprise never hurt anybody. But yeah, you seem to be glad for the opportunity to talk and or balance with this person. Yeah, somebody did a little bit of a fool there. That's all right. Four of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Five of Pentacles. What's up with this? Yeah, this takes on a completely different tone. Nine of Swords, Page of Wands. It's so heavy. It's so cumbersome. It's a pre-existing situation. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with this. Yes, I can see more than one situation over the next couple weeks. That's what it is to be alive. We're not just doing one thing. Yeah, no. Life is versatile. So I'm looking at, like I said, a very disjointed, broken situation. Communication's involved, but it's not getting to the point. It is not improving. I'm not seeing any resolve. I don't see you willing to let it go. It seems to cause you anxiety more than anything else. Five of Cups, it gets you all up in your feels. But realistically, you're saying, it's a broken situation. It's not going to get any better. Okay, then. In which case, I would challenge your Four of Pentacles just a little bit based on what I'm saying. Is it time for you to let this go? So here's the deal with the Four of Pentacles, guys. When we hold on to anything, a situation, a circumstance, a connection, a feeling, a behavior, a thought, okay, it's on us to do something with it. In other words, work through it or learn to let it go. You said this situation that you are very familiar with has no signs of improvement, but you continue to hold on to it. Is it time then for you to think about letting it go? All I can see is that it's disjointed and upsetting, and it's not what you had thought it would be or what you wanted it to be. It doesn't seem to be in your advantage to keep it, to keep giving to it, no matter how low functioning that is. It's a lot of broken words and disjointed, broken efforts. It looks like the accumulation of broken intentions and thoughts and feelings and promises. It doesn't seem to amount to much, and it doesn't seem to change. So I don't know what that is to you, but it doesn't seem to be conducive, okay, to your environment, which is thriving, and it doesn't seem to be connected to this lovely, light, unexpected conversation, which you are very happily participating in, okay? That's ongoing, and it ain't going nowhere, unfortunately. So again, I would challenge you. What is your purpose in holding on to it? And if it doesn't have a purpose anymore, can you see yourself letting it go? Okay. Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, the Chariot. Knight of Wands, Ace of Cups, King of Swords. My goodness, when it comes to your foundation, your 3D environment, you're an absolute rock star. Look at that. Gosh, you got your best signature energy in there. Your passion, right? Your energy, your natural buoyancy, but sharp mind, King of Swords. Your mind is always on your foundation, always on your legacy, and I don't disagree with it. I don't see it as a bad thing. If you had shown me something like the devil around it, it's like that means you're obsessed or work obsessed, perfectionist. No, this is very clean, highly positive. Nothing but good thoughts and good feeling towards your foundation all day, every day. You've poured so much of yourself into it. That's not going to stop. You have nothing but love for what you do. I got to tell you though, I do see you, like I said, expanding. That we can see for ourselves, literally. Okay, you're going to continue to add layers to your foundation over the next several months, foreseeable seasons. And while you have a lot of pride and mental focus on your foundation, yeah, something in there is stirring privately for you that you have access to. Okay, so I know you love what you do. That's an easy call, but I insist that's not the only thing going on. Okay, it's just foundational activities. It looks like your heart has the opportunity to express itself more deeply in different ways in a pre-existing environment. Methinks it has to do with this portion. Oh, hey. Oh, no, it's so great talking to you. What a surprise. Don't get me wrong. Hey, I can get excited for a good work day too. But I know when something starts to open up within a pre-existing construct when I see it, and your energy starting to flow a little differently, a little more personally within that environment. That's all I'm saying. I wish I had more insight for you, but I described it as best I could. Hopefully it helped you. Okay. I don't like that. I don't like the fives. I really don't like the fives. It's reinforcing. In other words, it's a broken situation that just doubles back on itself. It's circular. It's not changing. It's not going in any different direction. There's no new layers, insight, or healing on the subject. Again, I'll just go back and look at this and manage your expectations around this situation. Understanding if it still has a place in your life. When you turn your mind to it, it just keeps you up at night with stress and sadness. Manifesting. You've been manifesting. You have the power to manifest what you want by writing your intentions down and by taking inspired action to make it happen. Absolutely. Yeah. You've been manifesting. For some of you, that is your secret moon. You know you're going to surprise somebody. And it's positive. It's well received. If that's what you've been manifesting, it shall be. For others of you, you've been manifesting the expansion of your foundation. Yes, that's already in motion. Absolutely. But here we have the peacock feathers, I will point out. An elaborate display, usually geared towards attraction. But attraction is part of manifesting. Anything. Not just romantic or sexual energies. No. We're manifesting. That means we're trying to attract something from the universe to hear us, energetically speaking. Okay? But yes. I can see where that's absolutely connected. This, though, I wish I understood that better. I do. Let's see, we got a couple more minutes. Listen to your intuition on this situation. Of course, classic advice. This is why I'm concerned. Thank you for that, Spirit. I appreciate it. So listen to your intuition always. But understand this just flew out in the reverse. Unity and transcendence. This situation right here, this broken piece that you are acutely aware of, it is not unified and it is not transcending. It might be time to let that go, but that's up to you. It looks like it hasn't even crossed your mind to let it go. But understand when something has met its limits, please. That's part of your karmic balance. Okay? Alrighty. Especially if you're interested in making inroads to new or emotional expansion, you have to know when to let things go. Otherwise, you can't make room for new, and that's generally how it goes. Okay. Yeah, check in with yourself on that situation. I believe I already said that. So, just to reinforce. Check in with yourself about the situation realistically. Z, F, R, I. We have the medallion of Virgo and Aries. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to, and the seasons might be important to you. You also got the little yin-yang symbol. Yeah, I believe you have a good balancer here. I do. And what's in the dark will be brought to light. But again, it's nothing negative. Actually, it's quite positive. It's just somebody's little secret quickly to be revealed. So it's a surprise. It's a small one. It's a modest one. Coming from you, it's returned to you well. You receive it. You seem to enjoy it. So, okay. Saggy, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Aries, please. Six of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, King of Wands. Yeah. Tell you what, fire signs are killing it on that 3D. Let's keep going. Ace of Wands. The Lovers, the Emperor, and that's not all. And hello, darling. It's good to see you. That is your power card, of course. Snuggled up. Literally. Next to the Lovers and the Ace of Wands. Shall we stop there? Want to call it a read? I would. You know, if I was checking me personally, Aries is my moon and rising. If I were you, I'd be like, I'm good. I'm going to have an amazing couple of weeks. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. We got a job to do. Seven of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Oh, okay. All right. Conflict of time. I've seen that for you before, not too long ago. I can't say I'm surprised. That's okay. You'll figure it out. Trust me. You'll figure it out. Six of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, King of Wands. Like I said, the fire signs are killing it on that coin. The foundational activities for you are up and running, full steam ahead. You're very productive. You're happy. You're healthy. And you're glowing. You're showing me your ambition here. This is normal for the fire signs. I would expect to see this over all your coin. That's wonderful. This Aries, you know what? You're living up to your name, your reputation, and your ambitions. Oh yeah, you pour a lot of your passion into this, your creativity. But yes, everything in here is up and running. Honestly, you have multiple balances. That's all right. That's normal. You see them as all going back to a larger jackpot, if you will, the 10 of Pentacles. So not just your personal work, home, career, finances, it's all those things plus what you're connected to, network resources. So yours specifically is kind of showing me notes of contract heavy. You're very versatile Aries. Extremely. But it's worked well for you. You have a huge network of resources. And you get to express yourself daily. If not your ambitions, then your passionate side, your creative side. I don't know, but it works for you. It's very versatile. It moves fast. Okay, so good for you. Good on you. Not saying you're perfect. I'm saying this Aries is happy with what they have created. Ace of Wands, the Lovers, the Emperor. Ooh, didn't your energy just get all formal? You're sitting next to the Lovers, darling. We'll see what's up with that. Okay, I'm having a little giggle now because of the way you reacted. You went from, it's good, baby, it's all good. Your more relaxed, informal energy. Here's the King of Wands, and then you just got sharp. Okay, so you sat up a little straighter there. You're aware that the Lover is next to you. Ace of Wands coming in hot. Whoo! No pun intended. Seven of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. You know, finding the time for someone like you, yeah, that can be a real struggle. Listen, it depends on, you know, how you interpret these practices, these opportunities, these energies. You kind of want to do it all, but time is a real issue for you here. So Seven of Wands, standards, boundaries, what's important to you, you got to figure it out and then be prepared to enforce it. Two of Pentacles, how can I make everything work? How can I make everything connect? I believe you want to make time for this, as one would expect. But also you have a lot of obligations here. So like I said, I've seen something like this for you very recently where there was a real struggle of time for you. I want to say it was in your intimate tarot, which was not too long ago. Ace of Swords, you'll figure it out. Yeah? Let's take a look at this and see if it's even worth the fuss. I mean, it looks like it's worth the fuss to me, but, you know. We'll clarify. Six of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, King of Wands. Just please know, baseline. This is amazing. And just like I pointed out with Sag or Leo or both, this wasn't created in the past 2 weeks. This is something that you've been doing. It's going to carry you well into the future. That's the whole point of a foundation. It's your legacy. Okay? Yeah, but it's very busy for you. It's very active, busy for all the fire signs. I'm loving it. All right. Six of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, King of Wands. Now you're making that look easy. And I'm sure for many of you say, I got it down. Yeah, I'm sure you do got it down. But you finding time, well, that's something you come up against fairly often, I believe. Six of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, King of Wands. The Sun, Knight of Swords. Oh, see, that's exactly what it is. I don't know how you find the time to do it all. I ask myself that every day personally, but somehow we just make it work, right? The Sun, Knight of Swords, Two of Pentacles. My goodness, you're so busy. I told you, you're in the position of multiple roles, multiple contracts. I don't know. Yours is highly diversified, okay? But it makes you happy. It keeps you busy. It keeps you on your toes with the Knight of Swords, Two of Pentacles. How to make it all work. Yeah. But nonetheless, despite that, despite the fussiness, the busyness, you still have a smile on your face. You're happy to do all this. You love it. It speaks to you. You know, whatever it is that you do, it speaks to you. You're good at it. So yeah. Somehow you make it all work. Maybe by winging a prayer, but it still counts. You make it work. You really do. Look at you. Look at you. On any given day, you might be doing one thing completely all day, the next day doing 3 or 4 different things. Very versatile. All right, let's keep on keeping on. Ace of Wands, the Lovers, the Emperor. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Sorry. Death, Ace of Wands, Three of Pentacles. Oh, out with the old, in with the new, eh? Okay. That's fine. No. That does look completely 2 different angles. Yeah, okay. Ace of Wands. Death, Ace of Wands. There's the Ace of Wands again, and Three of Pentacles. I know this. You recently called it quits on something that you might say was a kind of friendship. Just as soon as that concluded and you wrapped it up, I'll be honest with you, it was a pretty easy call for this Aries. Just as you put the squash on that, look what opened up. Ace of Wands, the Lovers, the Emperor. Oh, yeah. Oh, Big Daddy stepped out. Okay. This one feels a lot more real to you. Much stronger. This was an easy call. Just letting you know to compare and contrast these Ace of Wands. See, it's not all that glitters is gold. So, here's the thing with the aces. I know it's new and it can be bright and shiny, and in this context, hot and fiery. That doesn't mean they're all worth pursuing. So very recently, you had the opportunity to pursue a friendship that might have come across as fiery, interesting, passionate, but you're like, no thanks, I'm not looking for friends. Or I'm not looking for that kind of situationship. You made it very clear. It was very cleanly done. Quick exit. And just as soon as you did that, you got something a lot more substantial. So yeah, that was a great compare and contrast on aces. Not all that glitters is gold. Not everything that has a light is necessarily burning at the same level of intensity. This was a little burn, even though it came across as Ace of Wands. It's still potentially new. This one's coming across as a big burn. Can't miss that flame. You being a fire sign, you can handle it. But I tell you what, isn't that interesting? Very interesting. In the next 2 weeks, something is off, and then something is extraordinarily on. But I do know this. This Aries says, I don't need a special friend. You really don't. With a 3D like that, I'm sure you have lots of friends. Affiliates, partners, I don't know what, but it's technically you're right. I don't think you need any more friends. Nope. So just FYI. You said no special friends? Okay, you got it. You got sent a lover too. I tell you what's in the same breath. Let me know if that's yours. Let me know. I would love to know that. Look at that. But I can't say I'm surprised. I see stuff like this all the time. When we categorically say no to something that we know isn't right for us, we're often rewarded with what is right for us. But it's very rarely that quick of a turnaround. Seven of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. My goodness. So, we're back to this question of time. Can we make the time? I can see where you were not inspired to make the time for a special friend. And where it's not worth it to you. And then also, since you showed up here as your power card, probably didn't feel very empowering either. You're worth more than a special friend, right? So the fact that you got so formal standing next to this lover suggests, oh yeah, it's making you feel empowered, all right. But yeah, situations that feel disempowering, you shouldn't have to question, right? Should I make time for this? The answer is no. But something that's much more substantial, oh, we're going to want to make the time. Seven of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. The High Priestess. That's all anybody can do, honey. And that's all I ask from you. Take it easy. Listen to yourself. You got the goods, right? You got the experience. You're single. You're gorgeous. High Priestess, your intuitive Page Cups. If you honestly feel you can open up your heart, this question of how do I make the time, you'll figure it out. That's it. It's as simple as that. When we're authentically interested, when we have authentic desire and want and wishes that are coming from a good place, we make the time. That's it. And I know I'm preaching to the choir on this one because this is all you do. You make time literally for all the stuff that works, functions, is good for you. Your love life would be no different. Okay? You make the time because it means something to you. Same is true here. So that's all I ask you to do. Just listen to yourself. You got the goods. You're in the position of empowerment. There's a strong connection here talking to you. It is not that which you so recently cut. It's like, no, thank you, Ed. I don't need another friend. I got friends, right? You know who you are. You ain't got time for that. Literally, you ain't got time for that. But this one, you want to make the time for. I'm not saying you have to choose them. I'm not saying you have to run out and get married. I'm saying you, as a person who knows themselves quite well, Nine of Pentacles, listen to yourself. You're highly intuitive. It shows. It shows. You knew this wasn't right for you, but you also know this one could be this top line. You know in some way this one might be right for you. Just like you knew this one wasn't. That's why you didn't make the time. Think about it. Yeah, I love that. That's a great example of contrasting aces. That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Not all aces are the same. It's one of the reasons why. When's the last time I did an aces reading? If I'm asking that, it's probably time to do an aces reading. Well, that's one of the benefits to doing an aces reading, to show people not all aces are worth taking. You know, it comes down to, is it right for you? Is it what you want? Right? Is it worth your time, energy, and effort? Limitations. Yeah, you knew it. Look at that. I knew it. I knew it. And journey. You've been on that journey before. You didn't want to take it again. Look at that. See that? Limitations. Limitations, guys. Limitations in your connections. You are sick of it. Trapped. You are... I'm looking at Aries who is tired of these limiting connections. You like to be connected to people who can take you places. Okay, we see that in your work and your career stuff. Personally, the same is true. You are tired of these limiting connections, the situationships, the less than, friendship plus. Okay, if we were to think of these kind of connections as being subscriber based, yeah, friends plus. Yeah, no. You're tired of that. You're tired of it. You're so tired of it. You find them very trapping, right? Trapping for time and a waste of time. I get it. You got that figured out. This one, not a waste of time. It is very different. I hope you go there. Yeah, the masculine. Oh yeah, I saw your masculine energy drop. Right there. Some of you identify as being the masculine, okay? You don't have to necessarily be a male to have masculine energy. No, that is very much associated with the Emperor Aries energy already, the masculine energy. Oh yeah, but when it comes to this, you really feel the need to step into your power. I don't blame you. It speaks to you quite strongly in a way this other opportunity did not, okay? So step into that, claim it if it feels right, but know yourself. Some of you might be feeling like you're connecting to the masculine energy. Apology. I see how you dismissed it. It was right for you. I don't want you to feel too bad about it. That one that... yeah, and then change. Yeah, and change. Yeah, change direction specifically. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm not into this. You change direction, boom. You get presented with this strong lover's energy. Wonderful. I'm glad you made that decision. You had a quick turnaround. That was amazing. WDIVM. We have the medallions of Sag, of course, you, Aries, and then Scorpio. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to, and the seasons might be important to you. Above all, listen to yourself. You'll be fine. You're great. You're gorgeous. You're glowing. You're in the position to choose. So make good choices around your love life, your sex life, whatever it is. I'm not worried about your 3D. That you've already got worked out. Aries, honey, I hope this helped you. Take care. Be well. My goodness. It looks like to me, personally, you've already dismissed the friend. I don't know that we've necessarily turned the corner and ran into this lover's connection just yet. But within the next 2 weeks, like I said, it's a very tight turnaround. I hope this helped you. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me, Aquarius. Page of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Eight of Wands, Four of Wands, the Sun, Page of Cups, okay, Progress, the Magician, Ace of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, okay. Alrighty, difficult situation here right on the opening. You got it though. Page of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Eight of Wands. Alright, I'm going to put something of myself into this, talk to this. Maybe we can work through the pain here. Ten of Swords. Okay. I like it. I like your spirit. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to this. I'm gonna open up to it. See how it goes. Take it from there. Four of Wands, the Sun, Page of Cups. Oh, so much warmth there. Now you are showing me relationship. And Four of Wands as defined by two people, so I don't know how you've defined it. But you know what? A little bit can go a long way. Oh yeah. Things are kind of shining bright here. Feels a lot warmer. Supportive, I would say, as well. The Magician, Ace of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, now you're full on asking for something. But it's coming from a good place in you. All right? Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. You want more for yourself personally. To completely, fully open up to love, maybe, in this situation or something else. I don't know. Let's take a look. Page of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Eight of Wands. And I gotta tell you, a little bit really can go a long way. I like how you kept your words and your communication here simple, to the point. And these kind of topics, they're not always easy to address. All the more reason, I'm giving you credit. Six of Wands, the Sun, Ten of Cups. Yeah, it's nothing but quote-unquote good vibes from you. You are showing me outstanding support towards this difficult situation, and all you did was invest in your words. So that's amazing. Six of Wands, Sun, Ten of Cups. You're saying, we got this, feel good, you're amazing. There's a lot of glowing recognition in there. And it's wonderful. It does its job. Ten of Cups. I hope you're happy. I really do. You're amazing. It's just glowing. It's just so glowing. Your words are beautiful. And I do believe it's you investing in those words. You could be the recipient, but I do see them as coming from you today. But yeah, it's so warm, so positive. Like I said, a little bit can go a long way. Can make all the difference. Your words here are making a difference in somebody's life. Four of Wands, the Sun, Page of Cups. King of Cups, Strength, Nine of Cups. My goodness. I can tell you this, it's very much appreciated. Someone's returning their heart to you. I'm not saying they're in love with you, maybe they are, but they appreciate you so much. Oh yeah, they have a strong heart too. It could be a water sign. I can tell you this, they're not shy about how they feel. They're very strong feelers. And in fact, they consider it their strength, not their weakness. So this person, when they say how they feel, they freaking mean it. They claim it. King of Cups, Strength, Nine of Cups. What you show or express to them, it is returned to you tenfold. When I say I really mean it, I mean, I appreciate your words more than you know. They really mean it. So, I don't know what kind of relationship this is, but it's one that seems to be understood by you two in some way. All right? I have no idea how you two defined it. But you two acknowledge each other. Warmth. A lot of warmth and care, love, support. Above all, support. Okay? This is beautiful. The Magician, Ace of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. And then after that, you slip into this energy of asking for yourself in a very deep way. My goodness. It is absolutely here in Leo season. The Magician, Ace of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. Tower, Ace of Swords, Two of Cups. Oh, we had fear. Oh, we had fear. Honey, if you were afraid, you didn't show me. Well, I did give you credit. I said, I know it's uncomfortable. But the way you handled it, Page of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, you just invested in the simplest of your words and their meanings and the feeling behind it. And Like I said, a little bit went a long way, but you were terrified of a different result. And I say you because that is your symbol of power and authority, the Ace of Swords. Okay. The Tower. I'm happy to report what you were deeply afraid of on the inside was wrong. It's a good thing. It's almost like you're showing me I have no idea what I was worried about. That's the fears of the mind. Because now I see you openly manifesting. Ace of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. You want more for yourself, to perhaps pour more of yourself into this situation, but you are asking for more because you can. Initially you were afraid this was going to blow up in your face. Right? And you didn't want that to happen. The Tower, Ace of Swords, Two of Cups. So whatever that is, you push past your fear. And yeah. You thought this would go down very differently. You had no idea you'd be asking for more. You got good results. So, yeah, just be mindful of that. This was a fear, and it was in your mind. There is that Ten of Swords there. So you are familiar, to some extent, with why the situation is difficult. So that fear had context. Okay, but here's your mind. Okay, here's your mind. And it concerned this emotional union here, this connection. Here's the falseness. Here's the fears of your mind. All right? But yeah, you are freely asking for more, my friend, from the heart. More from the situation, to dip into it further. Mm-hmm. Innovation. Spiritual work. Oh, absolutely. I would associate you with innovation. You've been doing your spiritual work. Beautiful. I know you put forth a very kind gesture. I know you did. And it was innovative, small, but simple. Oh, some of the best stuff is small and simple. Okay? But it required some unique thinking. It was a good gesture based on your spiritual work. Palm hand. It required some flexibility. Willingness to change, discuss something uncomfortable, go there. I have no idea. But it requires some flexibility, I think, specifically in your mind. Okay? Let's not assume that it's going to turn out in the worst possible way. Let's assume that we get good results because we have good intentions. Something like that. Okay? Mm-hmm. I know. Okay. I think what I'm looking at, I said I know, Ten of Swords, it has something to do with the end of a cycle and rejection. And like I said, painful, uncomfortable, but nonetheless, I see you broach the subject. And for others of you, this is what you were terrified would happen, but it didn't. There's that important conversation. I promise it turns out okay. More than okay. I'm glad you didn't give in to the fears of the mind. All right. Good. Oh, sorry. That was probably very loud. Oh, yeah. We got some time. Miracles. Sure. I don't know about miracles. But I do see this as manifestation. You are asking for more in the end for this outcome. It's like you can see yourself in it more clearly. You can feel yourself in it more clearly. Instead of assuming the worst. Your whole intent from the very beginning was to make things better, not worse. And it shows. Okay. They pick up on that. They see it. We have the letters V, O, N, I, Z, Y, and we have your medallion. Okay, keyword here being friendly. Oh, I know you are. But yeah, you could be double, triple, quad Aquarius. You let me know. You could be connecting too. The season might be important to you. Obviously, your birthday season is going to be important to you, but no, I'm not looking that far out. We have the music note. For some of you, music is your profession, your hobby, or like how most of us experience it, the musical self helps us tune to the intuitive self. All right, Aquarius, honey, I do hope this helped you. Great job, great reading. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Gemini, please. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, Knight of Pentacles, yeah. Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Wands. Oh, cool. All right, your opening's pretty straightforward. You love what you do, and you are hard at work, and you pour your heart into it. You've had some really good ideas recently, okay? Many of you are looking to boost or amplify your work energies. Yeah, it's going to happen. You have some really good thoughts on the subject here, and your heart's in it. Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, Knight of Pentacles. There you go. Whatever plans you're drawing up, listen to yourself. And indeed, I am seeing a plan here, but listen to yourself along the way. Yes, I want you to have strong ideas. Yes, I want you to make plans, but put them in pencil. Yeah, not ink. That's the intuitive self. Go with the flow as you go. You'll be all right. But I like your new ideas, and you're excited. You're laying out some good material for your long-term path. Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Ace of Wands. Well, that's interesting. Something's going to come along soon and get your attention. Kind of burst forth, the Hierophant. Will you authorize it? Will you allow it to come through? Will you allow yourself to explore it? Do you have time? I don't know. But commitment here. Commitment to this prospect, to this opportunity. It rather depends on that Hierophant there. What is it you believe in? You know? So yeah, if that speaks to you, the energy strikes you, this is all set in place, really. It's good. It's a good track. It's a good flow. This, however, just seems to kind of occur to you one day. Is something different? Energetically, it feels different. Texturally, it feels different. Will you open up to it? That's the question. I'm curious. Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Queen of Cups. Ooh, everybody's showing me their coins today. And I know that sounds naughty, but it's not. I like it when people show me where they're at in the 3D. It's as important as anything else, you know? It's not the only thing, you know? But still, it's important. The Hermit, Page of Pentacles, and the Tower. All right. Recently, some of you have decided to deviate in your work energies, and it's a good deviation. It's based on thought and experience. So trust yourself on that. You made a good decision. I like this. It's kind of like saying I could have kept on doing the same thing, but I chose to make some tweaks. All right, very good. If you had any fears, you address them. If you had any concerns, you address them. I like your tweaks. They're good. To be clear, I see you keeping your core work energy, but you seem to be approaching it differently, or you have new and innovative ideas that's going to change your workflow. Your heart's in it, okay? But you're about as prepared as you can be. But I'm glad you deviated from whatever it is you were thinking or continuing on with things as is without changes. No, you're incorporating changes. I'm glad that you are. It suits you quite well. You'll have more on this later as it has time to unfold, okay? Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, yes. But you are drawing up some plans, my friend. So, eye on the prize, keep your focus, have clear thoughts, have a plan, but have that plan written in pencil. Leave room for flexibility and ongoing innovation. Gain feedback too. The Lovers, you darling. Four of Swords, Seven of Wands. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Fear being replaced by certainty. The Lovers, Four of Swords, Seven of Wands, adamant. Lovers, of course, being your power card, I'm seeing it solely as you. Not to say that you're not connected to somebody intimately. Okay, you may or may not be. That's not the point. I'm seeing this as 100% you. Okay? Four of Swords, you have given this a lot of thought, and you are defending your decisions. Seven of Wands. Yeah, and acting on them too. Well done. You've got some new standards and boundaries for yourself, as you said about this path, this new innovative path, with ideas for change, and you're enforcing them. That tells me you're excited. You've really locked in here. I wish it wasn't so vague, but I suppose if it resonates with you, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Ace of Wands. Now this bit, I wonder, you're so careful, you're so articulate on your top line. Do you know about this? Wheel of Fortune, Two of Cups, the Empress, you do not. You will in time. Time is coming. Wheel of Fortune, Two of Cups, the Empress, not quite there yet. Ooh. Again, Lovers, your power card. I saw you as a solo figure right here. These are your decisions. These are your thoughts. These are your feelings. This is your blueprint. These are your changes. Okay? You're prepared for them. I see you moving forward. This is known, known, known. It's beautiful, though. Here, something just kind of hits the scene for you, and you whipped out your Hierophant real fast. Whoa, what is this? Is this what I believe in? Right? Is this what I want to open up to? Because I have to mean it with the Hierophant there. It's all about commitment, and commitment begins with the self. So I see something here fires you up and gets your attention, but immediately your spiritual self comes out and says, is this for me? Do I want to do this? Is this right for me? Will I step into this? Because again, the Hierophant in this position is about permission. Will I take this on? Will I invest? Will I open up to new? And you're going to need permission to do this, because this is going to swing you into a different area in your life. All right? If you say yes to this, you will cease to be solo. Wheel of Fortune, Two of Cups, the Empress. Oh, yeah. That's a very loving connection. Very supportive, nurturing too. The Empress is outside of you. That's the person whom you will potentially connect to in future. Love, share partnership with, seal the deal with. Yeah, that's not the one that you meet down at the bar. That's the one that changes your life. So, yeah, I don't know when though. Wheel of Fortune is on your timeline. When the time is right, I suppose. Oh my, I'm so curious. I'm feeling very nosy. Let's throw down your oracles and get that out of the way. You understand? And maybe I'll press on a couple points, you know. A lot of maternal energy from that one. Earthy, productive, very productive, loving. Yes, maternal. Yes. Fast changes. This, nothing fast about it. This is well articulated, planned, thoughtful. They are changes, but they are not fast. This one will be upon you when the time is right, and it will be exactly as I described it. It's in your life all of a sudden. And your spiritual self said, oh, I need to react to this now. It's like you just knew. Like you know, this is your person, this is your partner. You just knew. Has fast changes. When it hits, it hits. But this, no. You know what I like about your opening, though? Your excitement, You've had some really good ideas for some basic changes, or maybe perhaps some of them are quite substantial. I don't know. But with the work energies, and it puts a smile in your heart, and you thought about every potential disaster, but above all, your best decision here was to deviate from the norm. You're switching up the plan a little bit, and I'm glad that you did. You had some really good insight here. And it allowed you to consolidate your fears, right? Worst case scenarios, but above all, what if I had kept doing the same thing? Oh my God. Like, no, we're breaking up our norm here and moving in a slightly different direction with more incorporations, more innovative ideas. And I love that. I love this. And I like how you are defending your decisions. You're locked in with room for flexibility. But again, it's not exactly spontaneous. That, however, when it hits your scene, when it's time, it will be time. Okay? And it might seem fast at first, but honestly, it's like your soul knows. This is my next journey in love and in commitment, true partnership. Abundance. Oh, I know you're headed in that direction, honey. Listen to yourself. I know, that's the part that's known to you. I love that. Abundant self, listening to yourself, remaining flexible, but defending your choices here. Locking into them, like I said. That's the easy part. Congratulations on these new ideas. Change. Yes. Yeah, you had. I know. I said that. You deviated, and you're glad that you did, or at least you will be. I'm glad I changed things, because if you hadn't, you're saying, I wouldn't have this new opportunity open and available to me. I'm glad I changed. Yes. You're doing something differently, you're seeing something differently, and you are excited. Life-changing decision. Well done. Not just here on the top line, but out here too. That will also be a life-changing decision. Counsel and therapy, whatever that means to you, but basically working through some of the things that I see for you right here. And that's appropriate because I often liken the hermit to the counselor or the therapist. Okay, it's healing based on real experience. In other words, the willingness to learn from one's own life. Looking back, reflecting on it. So counsel and therapy, be you getting that the traditional route or method, or you taking an honest look at your life path. That's where you decided to make decisions, and it'll be some of your best. Okay, well done. Now, yeah, this stuff too. M, J, all of a sudden. There's that Hierophant again. Palm hand, you might have some really strong Taurus in your chart. I'm not trying to bum anybody out, okay? It's not a competition on time frames. I'm telling you, when this happens, it will be all of a sudden. It's going to click with you immediately about true partnership and that this is worthy of something deeper within you. Commitment. I want to open up to this. I need to open up to this. You just sense that this is your person, a person of significance. And you make that decision right there, right then. Okay? Not to put a ring on their finger, right? Or to receive one. But to say, I'm all about this. The way you locked in on this top line when it comes to your career goals, I see you spiritually locking in on this person because it just feels right. It feels correct. And I keep getting that. I was thinking Aries season, then also back to back with Taurus. I just got double Aries here. Aries Taurus season possibly next year. Possibly. That's where I see the love begin. Yes. It's the envelope with the little heart on it. The communication begins. The connection begins. J.M. I believe I already said that. I was curious, guys. I wanted to know. Possibly. Mind you, once more, I'm trying to read the next 2 weeks, but they said to tell you, time needs to pass. But when it shows up, it shows up. Things will move fast. All right. Gemini, honey. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Libra. King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Okay. I don't know what's broken, but you are determined to fix it. Ace of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Emperor. All right. Someone just showed up outside of you. And then, back to you, Justice, the Lovers. Knight of Pentacles, called it. All right, King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Look at that profile. Strong profile. Oh, yeah. Strong appreciation of practical realities, right? Earthbound responsibilities, resourcefulness, reliability, providership energy, coupled up with passion and ambition. Okay, high energy. It's like Five of Pentacles, we're taking a look at a broken situation. You're like, I'm going to fix it. That's what I'm going to do. It's got some attitude, but it's a good attitude. All right? I like it. I like that determination. Now, here's the whole thing with Five of Pentacles. If we're going to work on it, okay, cool. Put yourself into it. If you start to see good results, then it's worthy of your effort and endeavor. However, if you're putting time, energy, and effort into that situation and you're not seeing much for it, perhaps it's time to leave it alone. But to each their own when it comes to that Five of Pentacles, okay? It's for us as individuals to understand if it's worth working through. But at least you're not doing a 4 on me, on Four of Pentacles, because there's a good chance you're doing nothing with it. Okay. Ace of Swords, Seven of Cups, the Emperor. Someone shows up outside of you. They have some very strong thoughts. Yes, they are showing me empowerment, kind of firm will, however, an equal determination to be open and available. Okay, there's pride in there, kind of a stiff back in there, but nonetheless, I'm willing to try. Here are my honest thoughts. Here are my honest feelings. This means something to me too. It's important to them too. Justice, that's you, darling. The Lovers, Knight of Pentacles. Looks like you two are getting along just fine. Balance, though, above all. I'm happy to see you. So those of you not familiar with tarot, that is Libra's power card. And the Lovers, Knight of Pentacles. It might be slow moving, and if that's not a big deal to you, who cares? Speed guarantees nothing. It comes down to the comfort zone between these two. All right? If you're both agreeable to the speed, that's all that matters. So yeah, you can move fast, and so long as you two are comfortable, who cares? You're moving slow, as long as you two are comfortable, who cares? Point is, are we creating balance? Not just for one person, but both. In which case, there is two people here. There are two people here, excuse me. King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Five of Pentacles. King of Swords, Page of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. You have such a strong fix-it nature. You really do. If it means something to this Libra, you'll put work into it. Full stop. You don't make excuses. You really don't. All right. All the more reason you need to understand how that Five of Pentacles works. So long as you're seeing good results, you keep at it. Right? But if you're not getting the results you need, time to let it go. All right? Abandonment has a purpose. We got to learn that. But yeah, for now, your mind is set upon this. Page of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. You're working on this situation with this person. And you do see it as a practical effort when it requires your focus, your constant care and attention. But yeah, you're that person. I said, Libra, this thing's a little broken. I can't seem to fix it. You'd be like, let me see it. That's who you are in this reading today. Like, okay, what other people can't fix, well, maybe I can. So you have a fair amount of competency around that. You just seem to make things work. But when you put your mind to it, you put your heart in it, there you go. Okay, fair is fair. Ace of Swords, Seven of Cups, the Emperor. Three of Cups, Three of Wands, Judgment. Oh, okay. Looks like somebody's been meaning to talk to you. timing to be right, etc., etc. I respect somebody who respects divine timing, because it's not always easy to understand. Somewhere between our ego, but also our intuitive self, we have this idea of divine timing. It's not straightforward. Our ego gets in the way, and it could be false feeling or false information that we're giving to ourselves. And sometimes it's the intuitive self saying, now's the time, and we listen to it, and it works. So this person has been listening to their own sense of divine timing. We've been wanting to try to connect to you or the situation for a while. Time has come. At least for their end of things. And Judgment, 3 Wands, 3 Cups. That's polite. I don't see that as being ridiculous waiting. It isn't. Someone was trying to listen to themselves about when would be a good time to approach you or this connection. So they feel the time is right. They're not wrong. Okay. Yeah, 3 Cups, 3 Wands, Judgment. But yeah, keeping kind of a polite distance until they felt the time was right, or they had received their particular sense of signs and signals. And some people, that's how they understand divine timing too. They look for signals. So I don't know what their particular method is, but they've had that notion. Now's the time. Okay? So once more, with a strong mind and a very straight, firm back, nevertheless, seeking to connect with you. 7 and 3 Cups. Now, over here, you showed me a lot of Pentacle. All right? I have no doubt you're very busy at work. But overall, they're showing me your kind of disposition or attitude. If you want to make something work, this Libra can and will. You have no problem throwing that down. So how we do one thing in our lives is often how we do, well, or approach other things, areas in our lives. If this is what you're like at work, take that and put it next to this idea of a personal connection. If you want to make it work with this person and be open and available to them like they are with you, then you will. Okay? Justice, the Lovers, Knight of Pentacles. I say, that's got to be the politest form of waiting I've ever seen, where someone's not imposing their waiting. I'm waiting on you. You're holding this up. The ball's in your court, remember? That's typically what I see when people wait, and that's the consequences of waiting. No, this one's very polite. Not trying to impose, just listening to themselves. So I'll give them credit for that. I get that all the time. Well, the ball's in their court. That means you already lost because you're playing a game. It's different when people are listening to themselves. Justice, the Lovers, Knights of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, Strength, 6 of Wands. Good to go. Yeah, it's good. Lots of Leo references. Not surprised we just entered Leo season, so I'm still seeing the transition cards between Cancer and Leo. Yeah, it's pretty normal. Yeah, good to go. Page of Pentacles, Strength, 6 of Wands. Let's be clear, it feels good to you both. But you also see yourselves as being responsible for your forms of strengths and pride. Remember, you're both subject to that. You experience pride and strength in your way. They experience pride and strength in their way. And if they're healthy, okay, it's healthily expressed. Your two strengths and prides can come together, mix and mingle, and continue forward. All right? You think you don't, but you do. All right? Your pride comes from experience. You can get things done. That's what you're accustomed to. So and that in itself is a strength and a form of pride. They have theirs too. But when yours two mix together beautifully, you get beautiful results. So continue on, carry forward, Knight of Pentacles. Things are balancing up between you and this strong connection. It feels good. All right. That's what you're showing me. That's what they're showing me. So the pace is agreeable. It's very agreeable between these two. It's lovely, actually. It's warm, it's encouraging. There's some jostling in there. I think you're both competitive in your own way. Yeah. But it's like good-natured jostling, you know. But I like it. I like how you two balance. I like how you both feel good about it. So yeah, y'all keep on keeping on. Slow and steady. Power of position. I see that for the both of you, actually. I think I made that clear. Manifesting, we are attracting. Okay. Here we have the peacock feathers. Don't let that put you off. Attraction is part of manifestation. Okay. We're attracting from the universe. From within, so without, right? So if your attraction's coming from a good place in you, right? The universe picks up on that and returns it to you. So that's why it's very important to understand manifesting. You get beautiful results so long as you put out beautiful energies. And expression. There it is. The mighty quill. There it is. Oh yes, very thoughtful letter. This will not be a text with a little winky face on it. No. This is the opportunity to express oneself, be creative. But yeah, the emphasis here is on writing, the written word, expressionism. Yes, but manifesting that word, the flow of one's thoughts. Yes, you both share a fair amount of power, or you have power and you're right, and so do they, I should say. Okay. Here it is, to communicate, manifesting the right time. Okay. Slow down. You don't have to. That's there. That's there. I think that the energies between you two are quite strong, and as a result, the agreement here is to move this slowly, but in the reverse, it doesn't matter. It's what I spoke to earlier. You two could go fast, so that would be in the reverse. So long as it's agreeable to you both, it doesn't matter. Same is true if you decide to take it slow. So know this. If you start out slow, don't be surprised if it changes speeds. Okay? Because there's what we plan to do, there's what we intend to do, and then there's just what feels right. That's going to speed things up. Okay? Alrighty. Pivot. And change. Pivot. I know you two intend to get acquainted or reacquainted slowly. Again, 3 cups can get reacquainted. Judgment. Slowly, but don't be surprised if it changes speeds. Again, so long as it works, it works. F, Z, P, U. We have the medallion of Aries. You might have some very strong Aries in your chart. Could be connecting to this season, might be important to you. And then we have the music note once more. Yes, very common. It could be your profession, could be your hobby, but above all, music is how most people intuitively tune. So keep up with that practice. They have a song that they listen to and repeat when it comes to you. It's over and over and over. I don't know what it is. I believe. It could be the other way around. You might have a very strong song in mind when it comes to them, and you've played it on repeat many times. But I looked down at them. So I just immediately assumed it was them, but I just immediately looked down at them. I don't know. I play it on repeat often. No idea what it is. I don't know if that helps you. It's just a very strong impression that happened all of a sudden. All right. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Taurus, please. The Lovers, the Empress, 10 of Pentacles. Bye. That was great. That's actually solid as heck. My goodness. Very strong connection, Very loving connection, empowering connection, productive connection too. Holy heck. Look at that. That's solid. Alrighty. Queen of Swords, Strength, and Six of Pentacles. Maintaining the course. Alright, Nine of Wands, the Moon, Four of Wands. Not your problem. Let's avoid that. It looks like unnecessary drama. Now, I don't know how deeply that runs, but yeah, let's go ahead and ignore it. Look, you're a big Taurus. If you want to see what that's about on your timeline, if this resonates, okay, fine. But just to let you know, you don't have to. Okay, we'll get to that. The Lovers, the Empress, Ten of Pentacles, that's a hell of a start. That's quite strong. That's solid as heck. You look great, stable, happy, full of love. You love your life. But yeah, my goodness, look at you. Highly productive between yourself and your person. Queen of Swords, Strength, Six of Pentacles. You're like, thank you. I maintain a high standard. And you do. You have your mind focused on your balance every day. You're saying, I need to be strong at this time. I got a lot going on. I believe you. I believe you. But yeah, you're locked into that in the present too, here in Leo season. It's all good. You're doing great. That Nine of Wands, you just put your guard up. The Moon, Four of Wands. Yeah, something's cooking in the background. You can kind of feel it. You don't know necessarily what it is right now, but it's already kind of getting you angsty. Like, what is that feeling? What is that sensation? That's the Moon. Something is bubbling up from underneath the Moon, that which you cannot see just yet, and coming to the surface. And already, energetically speaking, you're already rejecting it, and you don't even know what it is. And I don't blame you. You know, I don't blame you. The fact that instinctually you already feel the need to protect yourself and you don't know what that is, it kind of speaks to unnecessary drama. So, the Lovers, the Empress, Ten of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Eight of Wands. Baby, you look so good. Look at you. You sitting pretty. Ugh. I do all right. You do. Oh, you and your person. Fabulous. Oh, you got a good one. King of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Eight of Wands. Very productive. You got the best tens here. That's a whole way of life. It's beautiful. BEA, beautiful. Lovely. Lovely. Congratulations to this Taurus, you and your person. You have built an amazing life. It just seems to expand in all the directions. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, very fruitful. You have, if not a large inner circle, a very loving one, and a very supportive one. Eight of Wands, communication. It's just constant. It's constant communication. It's not just one isolated incident of communication. No, it's just on point always. You, your person, your inner circle, your community, your network, your resources. You two are highly productive. It's just, it's wonderful. This is heaven on earth right here. This is pure bliss. Enjoy it. You've done a great job with your Lovers connection, and they in turn with you. I don't get to see a Lovers of a lifetime too often, okay? Typically we see short-term lovers or lovers of the season, but this is a lover of a lifetime. When where two people have made extraordinary sacrifices to challenge themselves to grow and change in betterment for their person and thus in return for themselves. So it becomes a very healthy connection, to say the least, but one of the strongest you could ever achieve. So nothing but kudos to you and your person. This is phenomenal. I love this whole way of life. And no, this didn't just fall into place in the next 2 weeks. It's been existing for this Taurus for I don't know how long. That's irrelevant to me. I don't care. You just keep on keeping on. Don't let anything fuck that up, right? You keep that. It's golden. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. All right. Queen of Swords, Strength, Six of Pentacles. I'm not saying you two are perfect, but that's as close as you can get. It's so loving and very generous. Lots of real-world generosity and then emotional generosity between you and this person and, of course, what you've created. So, again, beautiful, beautiful, lovely, gorgeous. Queen of Swords, Strength, Six of Pentacles. We have someone here who's tough-minded, tough-spirited, but sees everything ultimately as manageable, okay? And you're pulling on strength at this time in Leo season. You've got a lot to do, reasonably, yes? Ace of Pentacles, Tower, Seven of Swords. Okay. All right. Let's be glad then. I see that you have an Ace of Pentacles to spare. And put yourself into something, new investment. You've recently decided to retract it. I see that you tried to jumpstart a brand new opportunity, put forward your best in a particular direction because you thought it would lend to more activity. You're going to go ahead and withdraw that. I'm not telling you to. You have reason to over the next 2 weeks. I know retracted pentacle when I see one. You're like, oopsie, never mind. On second thought, I will not be offering you this Ace of Pentacles. I will not be offering you my work, my contract, my services, something. You changed your mind, and you had good reason to. Please trust that. And Tower of the Seven of Swords. It wasn't immediately obvious. If it was more obvious, you wouldn't have presented your ace to it to begin with. Okay, so in order to maintain your balances and keep them in good, healthy practices and in order, I see this Taurus retracting their best towards a situation. It looks like it has to do, of course, with work, career, money, finances, or resources. Once more, at the time, see, it wasn't obvious. The bullshit wasn't obvious. At the time, you thought, this is good. This is a good way to go. This is a good way to invest. Uh-oh. We received contradicting information over the next 2 weeks. You're going to be like, you know what? I take that back. Yeah. Somehow, if this had gone through, let's be glad it didn't, it would have affected your other balances. So, good insight, good strength of will there, good use of your power. All right. Nine of Wands, the Moon, Four of Wands. This is quite solid. I'm happy to see that there for you. Yes, I needed some details for you over the next couple of weeks as well. That's why we're here. Nine of Wands, the Moon, Four of Wands. Now, that looks like a easily retracted whoopsie. All right? That's our bad. I didn't know it was going to be all that. I didn't know it was going to be problematic. I didn't know that situation was bad or that it was lying or in some way false. I take it back. That's an easy fix. Nine of Wands, the Moon, Four of Wands. This, however, something's got you going, And you can't quite see what it is yet. That Moon twice. Smuckers. Smucker be McSmuckerton. The Moon. Queen of Cups, the Hierophant. Oh, yeah, it's coming towards you all right. It is. It's with love in mind. Yeah. But it is someone else's moon. In other words, they know they're coming towards you. Okay. I've seen something like this for you super recently. I couldn't tell you which reading. You thought you had dealt with it, and something had come back. It was under the moon twice. Here it is again. It's interesting because it looks like such an oddly specific detail or occurrence. And if it's reoccurring, that means the collective is going through this wave. Okay? It'll play out when it's played out. When it's done, it's done. But yeah, I really want to get past this double moon bullshit I've been saying for you. Some of you. Not every week consistently, but often enough that I'm remembering it, and that's saying something. Because, honey, let me tell you something. I record these, then wipe the slate clean. I ain't got time for all that, right? I can't remember them all. It's not possible. But yeah, this, again. See, now you're getting twitchy. Your instinct to protect yourself is kicking up, and you don't know why. Yeah, it's not your moon. Yeah, someone's coming towards you. And again, it looks gentle. It looks for reasons of love. Four of Wands relationship. That says two people define it. So that tells me, Either this person is seeking you out because they want to define something with you emotionally, or is someone whom you stopped defining a relationship with a long time ago, and they want to talk to you, they want to connect to you, they still feel deeply compelled to you. Even your power energy showed up under their moon, like their heart is very much drawn to you. So when that finally comes through, the full essence of it, you already know what to do. Okay? I'm not saying you have to block them. That's one of many things you could do. Okay? It's up to you. But the fact that you're feeling this weird sort of pressure, making you uncomfortable, yeah. It feels like it's drawing closer. So given that there's a double moon here for you and a couple readings, let's call it by hopefully the next full moon and get this out of your energetic field and clear the collective out of it. Okay? But clearly you are all buttoned up here. You look great. You're grounded, committed, and you have a huge, beautiful world with somebody that you love very much, that you're deeply attached to, and you have a whole way of life with that's highly productive. You two bring out the best in each other. So either they don't know, or they do know and they don't care. And that's a problem, right? But there you go. All right? You can reject it. You don't have to participate. You can ignore it by the time it finally reveals itself. My goodness. But you are in this person's private thoughts a lot. Like a lot. Okay. Life-changing decision. I don't know if it's all that, because you handled this quite well. Right? But yeah, it's a good decision to retract that Ace of Pentacles, and once more, that's in your power position to give and then also pull back. Okay? But yeah, it's a good decision though. Once you're presented contradicting information or something here that's just frankly not adding up, retract. Yeah, you know what? This is not adding up. I did the calculations and it came back bullshit. Retract. Okay. Whatever that is, retract. New friendship, not quite new. Not quite new. But yes, I see that someone has, from their point of view, a deep, if not secretive, attachment to you, and that's only going to continue to bubble under the surface of the moon for so long. Eventually it's going to come forward, and that's why you're showing me Nine of Wands, like something's coming through and I don't want to deal with it. I know. And then also the new friendship could apply to this situation that represented a new opportunity, and it seemed good at the time. So take your pick. It seemed reasonable. Chaser, yeah, it does feel like you're being chased, but it's in that weird, murky realm of energetic chasing, emotional chasing. Like I said, this person takes you to a very deep, secret place. They're chasing you energetically, and you don't like it. That's why you showed me this preceding that moon. Okay? You already know what to do. You don't have to talk to it. You don't have to respond. Codependent. To be clear, I didn't see the Devil. I didn't see the Page of Swords. But that's not to say that this person hasn't developed some sort of bond with you, codependent bond, just from their point of view. If they are driving their emotional selves that deeply underground towards you, you know. Okay. You know, this could be one of those people that unfortunately, the harder the chase, the more determined they are that they are in love with somebody or convince themselves of it. I don't know. Okay, I hope not. God, that took a weird turn, didn't it? Like I said, you know what to do. You're a solid Taurus. You're a solid character. You know how to handle business, right? Personally and professionally. You can take care of that. You see, now there's the Page of Swords. Now it's getting creepy. And the double moon, okay, fantasy, illusions, Secret emotions, hidden emotions. Okay. But the looking piece, someone who keeps too much of an eye on you. Well, your instinct to block is justified. Let's put it that way. Okay. Wisdom, you know what to do. You might have some Virgo in your chart. Use it. The lantern, wisdom. Okay. This one landed appropriately on connections. I do believe this was a new connection, at least resource-wise or work material-wise. You thought it was a good thing at the time. Okay. We're going to put the lid on that pot. This, that, the other. All right. I think we're good. It's time. This coming up sooner rather than later, but it's time. And that, it's a matter of time. B, D, V, W. We have a Rose of Venus in reverse. So FYI, Taurus might be your Venus placement, but that, you don't have those feelings for this person. Clearly, you are well spoken for over here. You got your chakras in alignment. Yeah, I believe this Taurus would consider themselves as having their shit together. More or less, yeah. Trust me, you can handle that situation or not handle it at all. Okay, but eventually it will reveal itself. But hopefully this helps you a little bit more. Taurus, honey, put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Virgo, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Virgo. Page of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Six of Swords. Okay. 3 Cups, 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. Okay. 2 of Cups, Judgment, Ace of Pentacles. Alrighty. My goodness. To be clear, I still see you transitioning away from something. It's taken you time to get this far. Okay. But nonetheless, progress. Oh yeah, but you deliberately moved away from something some time ago, and you had to stop making yourself available to it, at least from the heart. But yeah, you've made a lot of progress, but over a long period of time, learning to leave something behind. 3 Cups, 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. Some sort of situation here that's quite broken. Quite. It seems you have the opportunity to connect to it, if that's what you want to do. However, if you worked this hard to leave something behind, and it's that situation, I don't see the point in trying to connect to it again. I don't want you to backslide on your progress. That's all. 2 of Cups, Judgment, Ace of Pentacles. I have to tell you, in time, at the right time, something will come forward for you. The right opportunity, the right connection, the right person, the right something, at the right time. Okay. Page of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, 6 of Swords. Nine of Cups, Page of Cups, 5 of Cups. Yeah, it's been hard for you. It's been hard for you to separate from the past. But by golly, that's exactly what you've been doing. Okay? So, leaving the past behind, guys, is not a competition. It's different for everybody. Yours was a slow journey, and you're still making progress in it to this day. The reason why it took so long simply is because wherever it is you're coming from, you had a deep attachment to it, a personal attachment with the 9 of Cups. But also an equal amount of disappointment and shadows and regret, like most people have experienced. You're still learning to move on from it. So here's the deal with the Five of Cups. We're all going to get hit with the feels from the past from time to time. Learn from the Five of Cups. Don't get lost to it. All right? There will always be a kind of journey. There will always be something to learn from the past, but again, don't get lost to it because that impedes our progress, right? And you've made a lot of progress. You're not so quick to run to the past for emotional comfort like you used to be. Okay? Three of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Having said that, it seems the energy lingers still. You've made a lot of progress. Let's see if you turn around. Page of Pentacles, Chariot, Two of Wands. Oh, good. You move forward. I'm not telling you to. You could have stopped and put work on this connection. It's very broken. Let's be clear about that. But you already knew that. That's why you've been working so hard to leave it behind. It's filled with a lot of broken promises around connectivity and doing better and being stronger, more available or more giving. Three of Cups, Four of Pentacles. I have no idea why it's coming up. I have no fucking clue. I have no idea how it shows up in your life. I just know it's that which you've worked so hard to emotionally separate from. Okay? I just know that the opportunity is there for you in the next 2 weeks, and you move right on by it. Like you can't even see it. Page of Pentacles, the Chariot, Two of Wands. You made that decision to keep on keeping on. It's like I move slowly, but I'm not stopping. I'm intensely curious how this shows up, because it just seems to show up. Virgo, let's pump some more broken promises into this over connectivity. And you just kind of went, you put your blinders up and you went, nope, 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 and you kept moving forward. Okay, good job, Virgo. And to be clear, you're a big Virgo. If you want to turn around, okay, it would require you doubling back on some of your progress. Yes. But if you wanted to connect to it again, you could have. That means the bigger part of you recognizes the futility in investing in this. Right? Contrary to popular belief, broken promises do not add up to one giant promise. You know that. So I'm proud of you. You didn't turn your boat back around to look at this again or participate in it again. I'm very curious about why it shows up the way it did. After all this time, after all this progress you've made, I'm very curious. Anyway, Two of Cups, Judgment, Ace of Pentacles. But long story short, it's not just the physical opportunity to connect with it in the real world. It represents the metaphor in your willingness to go back into the past and feel those old feelings and work on this connection from that point of view. That which you've been working so hard to leave behind. And you don't want to make any more breaks, no more stops. You've come too far to go back, I guess you could say. Two of Cups, Judgment, Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Long story short, you made a good judgment call here. You did. You made it look easy the way you breezed on by that. Goodness knows you've had enough practice. You made a good judgment call. And while I understand somebody was trying to measure up their cups with you again, you said no. And I'm glad you said no. In time, in divine time, You will have opportunity for new. And it will be good, and it will be worthy of you. It will begin slowly. I believe it because you want it that way. But yes, you have been building into that path of not just leaving this behind, but new. You've kept that in mind constructively, and I say good on you. So here's the thing with the Six of Swords. It's not just about what we're leaving behind. It's where we're going. And seeing your conclusion there, some of you have kept an eye on this idea of new, and you don't want to waver from that. So it seems like it's under whomever that is, their judgment to come forward. That would explain why it's just kind of showing up for you as an option. You're keeping your eye on new. That's been the plan, and you've been building into that plan and backing it up for a while. And not just once, but twice. Realistically speaking, you will have your new beginning. Your new beginning will not be found in old. Okay? Okay. Success. You are on that path to success. Oh, yeah, victory is yours. It is. And you'll feel that too, the way you breeze on by this. Shortly after that, you're going to feel closer and closer to success like I did it. I didn't go back to the past. I left it behind. And that's your goal. When I say go back to the past, it's not just about reconnecting, guys. I hope you know that. It's understanding you're reconnecting to something of the past that you understand hasn't changed. That's what I mean by going back to the past. The past is in the past. And the reason why it's there is because it's no longer a part of our evolution or our particular story. Now, re-emerging energies and situations, sometimes it is the past coming back and we're in a better position to work through it or resolve with it, find solution, maybe even love. The thing is, the success of that is entirely dependent upon its change value. Did it change? Did it grow up? Did it mature? Did one or two people or that situation, is it reproposing itself in a different way that's more conducive to the current life path? And in which case, you're not actually going back to the past. You're choosing old elements based on new present information. It's different. You connecting to this, you knew automatically it would be going back to the past. Nothing about it's changed. And while there is feeling there, you know it's not going to expand. You just know. Real passion. Oh, some of you have said that before. Yeah. You can't really make anything, any sort of connection. I don't care what it is. And you didn't show me any strict values on it, relationship or playtime energy or anything like that. You just know what it wasn't. It was lackluster, less than, broken promises. And there's nothing loving or sexy about broken promises. It just feels like you're being jerked around, right? And just like, in success, I want real passion. And so, you know, I do see you lit in future. But yeah, you believe in new beginnings. You put faith in that and you've been working towards it. So good job. Not just leaving the past behind, but looking forward to a future. One of real passion, success, and love. Autumn. Maybe for some of you, by your season. So Virgo season, obviously, marks that time frame between late summer and early fall, or autumn if you're in the northern hemisphere. So by your season, runner, autumn, ooh, da lolly. Double confirmation. This one's got committal issues, don't they? I promise I'll give this more. Please believe me again this time. And then they run, they split. You know it's not going to change. If they show up around your birthday season, that's not a coincidence. That's when shit like this is most likely to happen. And that also might explain why I see the bluntness of it in your 3D. However, I'm just trying to read the next 2 weeks, and I'm working really hard to keep that in mind. But yes, I cannot deny for some of you, this reading applies closer to your season. And like I said, wouldn't be surprised if it just literally shows up in your 3D reality, and you just breeze on by like you don't even see them or acknowledge them. And maybe you don't. Maybe you don't even recognize them anymore. Oh my gosh, you said that twice. You want real passion, real chemistry. Okay, fine. I understand. This one's lackluster. Again, we can't have a lot of passion for someone who fails to show up consistently. Yeah, I know. You want real passion. You want real chemistry. You want the real embrace. I know. That's coming for you. I'm just saying. Just be smart. Chemistry's great, but it has limited appeal. All right? But yes, I understand. I appreciate you. Real passion, intensity. None of this broken promise bullshit. Okay. Or maybe from your point of view, that's all they were good for. But even then, I'm not getting that vibe, bro. It says, a person of presence. A person of presence. A person of presence, chemistry. Someone of position, rank. Notable. Good character. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we have the letters J, Z, V, O, M, T. We have the medallions of Leo, Virgo. I'm telling you. We'll be in your season before we know it. We just started Leo season, right? We got about another 3.5 weeks. And we'll be in your season before you know it. Keep that under your hat. And then Sag as well as Aquarius. You might have these very strong placements in your chart, obviously. Could be a double, triple Virgo. Could be connecting to. The seasons obviously are going to be important too. All right, Virgo honey, I do hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Capricorn, please. The Moon, 3 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, the High Priestess, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. Wonderful. 9 of Cups, King of Cups, the Magician. Okay. Your opening's pretty interesting here. It makes me wonder if you know about this, because you are quite the competent, active, busy, driven Capricorn that I know you to be. Work aplenty for you. So I can't help but wonder, perhaps this is the moon you cannot see. 3 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, something's cooking in the background for you. An opportunity that's yet to become visible or known to you, or that you can easily see or access yet. It might be cooking, developing there under the moon. It looks like a cooperative alliance, something that could benefit you. Be productive, useful. Lend to your working endeavors that are already pre-existing and pretty solid. But yeah, something's coming together. I don't think you're aware of it yet. In other words, it's not your active moon. All right, 8 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, no, look at you. Work is good. Work is fluid. Absolutely. 8 and 9 of Pentacles. We are the busy beaver here. You're saying it's all good. I've got nothing but good vibes on this. It's like I'm exactly where I'm meant to be, and you feel that very deeply. This Capricorn very much identifies with their work, and you don't see that as a bad thing. Not at all. It's like how I identify, self-identify, Christina, is a large part due to what I do. Okay, fair. 9 of Cups, King of Cups, the Magician. And then I see you openly manifesting for something from your heart. Okay. I'm curious about this. The Moon, 3 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Let's see if that's good for you. Four of Wands, Seven of Cups, Page of Pentacles. See, now I don't like that. That's called hidden intent, and it's not that bad. I've seen worse. I've seen worse. I don't like it when people misconstrue what they're offering versus what they're feeling, and the intent does not line up to what we're feeling here. So FYI, eventually you're going to know about this. I do believe someone's going to come forward to you in the interest of an alliance, a working alliance specifically, because it does look resourceful. It does look like it could be to your advantage, and I do believe that's how it's going to be presented to you soon enough. I would wager by the next full moon. Hey, Capricorn, let's put our heads together. Let's knock this out. This is our project, you and me. Let's do it. We'll both benefit. I got this great idea. It's a fabulous idea. You're going to love it. Let's work together. Here's the deal. Underneath it is emotional energy. It's much more personal. It is not professional. Four of Wands, Seven of Cups, Page of Pentacles. I've seen this kind of thing before. I would call it a tactic. Like I said, I've seen worse. But someone who says, I say this all the time, and hell, I still receive shit like this. Let's work together. Let's you and me be friends. Let's knock out this project. But really, it's an inroad to get the foot in the door to something more personal, romantic. Seven of Cups, Four of Wands. So I don't know where you are with that. I don't know if you'll be agreeable to it. Just to let you know, it's not exactly malicious, but it's not being a straight shooter. Okay? It's not deviant, but it is kind of like how it's being presented is a means to an end. I'm going to offer this friendship to you. I'm going to offer this work or this resource to you. But here's the deal. It's to get my foot in the door, to get in your good books emotionally. Because there's an idea. I start here and maybe Capricorn will open up to me personally. Wink, wink. Again, I've seen worse, you know. And I call it a tactic because that's what it is. If you can't be straight up, then don't approach. That's my method. That's my thinking. But a lot of people feel safe doing this. It's what you call a soft entry. You know, I'm going to wrap this thing up in the form of a friendship, but this is what I really want from it. And this is where I often see so much conflict around the lovers. But hey, you know what? When it presents itself, you'll know what's up. And, well, take it from there. You're that one with that good, strong, intuitive feeling around your workflow. And if your bullshit radar kicks off, you know why. It's like, yeah, there's what you're saying, and there's why you're actually approaching me. I think you know. You're a big Capricorn. You can figure out for yourself if that's agreeable or not. Like I said, it's not malicious, but it's not straight up either. A lot of people think that shit's cute. Oh, isn't that cute? You offered me friendship or to work with me because you want to get to know me better. That's really cute. Again, if it floats your boat, it floats your boat. All right? Let's put it that way. I see where those little white lies take people. Eight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, Nine of Pentacles. Right? A lot of people, if the ends justify the means, hey, let's do it. Eight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, Nine of Pentacles. I know you are a busy beaver. Look at you. Six of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and you're proud of yourself too. Isn't that fit to be tied? Tell me I'm reading a Capricorn without telling me I'm reading a Capricorn. You're like, yeah. I'm pretty proficient, Christina. Yeah, you is. Yes, you is. You carry a lot of coin and you do so proudly. Oh, yes. You're kind of proud of yourself and how much you work. I get that. I do. You're not taking it to a weird place. I didn't see your power card, the devil. But for this Capricorn that I'm looking at, you are extremely proud of how much responsibility you have. You are indeed very proficient as well as intuitive around your work and goals. Your 3D energy does not surprise you at all. You accept it with a kind of grace and dignity and pride. Oh yeah. You love it. You love your way of life. Strong sense of self here too. Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. I'm not going to argue with you. You know, you have a strong sense of self, individuation. It's like, I do all this. So like I said, if you're intuitive, as I believe you are, and you self-proclaim to be, and that's just how you're so good at managing all this stuff, you got a strong feel for it, then you'll know what's up with that situation. And also, because I see, obviously, how proficient you are and how good with coin you are, they probably thought it was a natural form of introduction or inroad to get to know you better. Again, you take that as you will. Nine of Cups, King of Cups, and the Magician. And you know what? Maybe there's something to that. Because, again, there's that sense of self. I'm manifesting from the heart. So what are we asking for? Maybe you like the style. Maybe you like that approach. Nine of Cups, King of Cups, the Magician. The Moon, Ace of Wands, the Emperor. Hey, whatever floats your boat, man. I'm not here to yuck your yum. I'm just letting you know what's going on, all right? I don't like contradicting energies like that. But my job is to report, and I'm reporting it to you. You are receptive, all right? I'm not saying you have to be, but that Moon is hitting your particular sweet spot. You liked what they did and how they did it. You did. You get it. You're not stupid. You know exactly what the aim is. While they're presenting to you friendship and a working alliance, you know that there's more to it than that. And you are welcoming that too. You are actively welcoming it. I guess you like this style. Maybe they slick. I don't know. But there it is. The Moon twice. Eight of Wands, the Emperor. I'm going to go ahead and call it within the week of the next full moon. So still within the next 2 weeks. But yeah, Eight of Wands, the Emperor. You like it. You do. You're responding to it. It hit the right notes in your heart space, and that's all that matters. Okay? Just caution. Just caution. It sounds cute at the time. That's all. Where it's like, well, if I hadn't done this, I wouldn't have gotten to know you better. See? Ends justifying the means. But also that can be negative. So just keep that in mind, please. But you're smart. You're hardworking. This we know. And you already knew what they were doing. You felt it. You're not stupid. You responded positively. And so long as that's the case, hey, peace be with you. Okay? You go all in. It's like, okay, I welcome this into my life. Love. Yeah, the Moon, Eight of Wands, the Emperor. I don't know. I think you like the style. Who knows? You responded to it. Okay, star power, money matters. No shit. Money matters. Yeah, this Capricorn, don't fuck around with that. You are extremely proficient with coin. Not only that, you seem to have multiple roles. You seem to be very comfortable with all those roles. They are, well, they're very advantageous. You're swimming in coin. Money matters, and you got star power. Oh, you got a little bit of a profile, do you? Yeah. I know. I could see your pride. You just didn't show me the Six of Wands, but it's there. Yeah. Because you kept saying, I did this. I did this. I'm pretty good at it. It's all right. I'm not going to knock you for that. Absolutely not. I love proficiency. And you got it. You got it. You got the star power too. Yeah, you got a little bit of a profile. You're shining. You like how this person approached you. Eight of Wands, the Emperor. I was about to say that masculine energy was doing it. I know it. Is the Emperor, and then boom, as soon as I said, the masculine popped right out. I was like, it's the masculine energy. Again, I'm not saying that from you. I'm sure you have plenty of masculine energy. I'm seeing it as the person who's under the moon. Not revealing the full intent. It's like a plan. It's a strategy. Again, I prefer my masculine energy straight up. But you like the way they handled this, or it spoke to you in a way that says correct. But yeah, it's like, well, this is the plan. And all right, I was a little bit under the moon with that, but how else did I get to know you, Capricorn? They had a plan, and to their credit, it worked. But it's not going to work for everybody. Alrighty. Ask for help. Okay. That's how it's coming forward. I see it as the ask for help, but asking for opportunity to exchange hands. Hey, can I get your help on this? Can we work together on this? Can we collab with this? They don't need it, and you know it. Is that why it attracted you? You find it flattering? They ask for your help, but you know it's bullshit? Uh-huh. All right, mystery solved. I'll get off your ass about it. Just as long as you're showing me a positive response, I'm cool. All right? I'm protective of all my collectives. It's like, if it meant that much to you, why couldn't you just start out? Well, it seemed like they knew you well enough to not be. All right, G, T, B, F, S, X. And then we have the Rose of Venus in reverse. By the way, Capricorn might be your Venus placement. However, I am seeing this as the masculine energy approaching you, not the feminine. Okay? You do want love. I know that. I think what they're showing me, this does not initially present as romantic. No. No. That's not to say it won't bloom in that direction. But still, I think you know what the tone is, the undercurrent is. Intuitively, you get it. All right, Capricorn, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Scorpio, please. Knight of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, King of Swords. I'm going to do things my way, and you can't talk me out of it. I believe you. The Hanged Man, the World, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. You are going to do something your way. Look at that. 3 majors. You've given this a lot of thought. It's not random. It's not impulsive. You are going to do things your way. There is a plan in here, and you're holding true to that plan. Stubbornly, yes. But you're saying it needs to be just so. You're showing me an exactness. Okay. The Hanged Man, the World, Wheel of Fortune. All right, you are wrapping something up, and it's done so thoughtfully, intentionally. You're saying time's going to need to pass before you see the full results. All right, there it is again. 6 of Swords, 7 of Swords, and 10 of Pentacles. You need to leave your doubts behind and know that you're solid. Okay, you've got a solid foundation. You're good. You're square. Have faith in that. But yeah, I see you planning what looks like a very elaborate exit strategy. And you want everything to be just so. All right? I get that. The Hanged Man, the World, Wheel of Fortune. Again, you've given this a lot of thought. A lot. And you have as many doubts, right, as you do anything else. But you're learning to leave those doubts behind and just know that you're secure with the 10 of Pentacles. You can do this. You've got a solid foundation under you. All right? It's not just your personal home, work, career, finances, all those things, plus your network, your resources, your community, your people. You're in a good position, okay, to do an exit. Knight of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, and King of Swords. But look at that. Oh, yes. The High Priestess, 10 of Wands, King of Pentacles. This is something that's been very hard for you to come to terms with. Intuitively, however, you feel it's the right direction. King of Pentacles, I see that you are deeply invested in this path. So, again, it's not easy for you to just give up. You're saying with this path bears a lot of responsibility, and you have borne it very well and for a very long time. So this is very personal to you. This is kind of like saying, this is my baby. I put a lot of years into this. I'm assuming years. Time, energy, and effort into this path. I'm the one who gets to figure out how to wrap it up. I agree. And you want it done just so. But yeah, you feel that you've been headed in this direction for a long time. Okay. Okay. But yeah, you've done your best to create something here. Home, wealth, equity, stability, profit. And you have. And you have done, but with a heavy sense of responsibility attached to you. The Hanged Man, the World, Wheel of Fortune. As I say about the Ten of Wands, if you're going to have that level of stress and responsibility and hardship, it needs to be the Ten of Wands if you're choosing. Right? You can't just say it was forced upon me. No, no, no. This is something that you've been working yourself into. When you started this path, you knew it would be hard. Okay? That's why you're not quick to let it go. It means something to you. The Hanged Man, the World, Wheel of Fortune. Some of you are thinking about retiring. Some of you are thinking about, well, who knows? Quitting a home space. Taking up residence somewhere else. Quitting a job. I have no idea. The Hanged Man, the World, Wheel of Fortune. Judgment. King of Swords. And Five of Wands. You, that's internal resistance. That's not external. This is an internal call for this Scorpio. You've been resisting this call for a while. I'm not trying to be mean to you. That's just what's here. All right? We get judgment calls all the time. And typically I see people listen. And you were kind of listening, but you were also like, no, not now. Now's not the time. Now's not the time. So you're kind of rejecting that call. Scorpio, you're going to have to deal with this eventually. Scorpio, you need to start thinking about wrapping this up. Scorpio, if you want to conclude this on your terms, you need to start thinking about it now, not later. Okay? Because the Wheel of Fortune's coming into play. The decisions you create here and you start acting towards here will greater increase your odds of success later the more you plan for it and allow for it now. Okay? Everything has a consequence. Better to start planning this exit now. I know it means something to you. And you're reluctant to part ways with it, but you still see the good in making that choice to plan the exit. Six of Swords, Seven of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. You're learning to let go of your doubts and trust that you're stable, that you're solid, that you're ready. Ready enough. Yep. Ten of Pentacles, honey, you've got so much going on. You've got two foundations. What the fuck you been doing? So what the now, mind you, you're not alone. In accordance to your reading, I see how you manage two foundations between yourself and someone else. That's two worlds. It's like saying two empires. You've got a lot going on. I can see why. I can see why. You showed me hardship and the responsibility. You're a producer. You associate very much with being a provider, and you're saying, I have built success, and that has come at a cost. You're not showing me inflated ego. Look what I can do. I reach for the stars. This is what I've achieved. I'm patting my own back. I'm jerking myself off. You're not showing me any of that. You said what I do is hard work. End of story. And you're also saying, I chose it. I chose it. Yes, if you want to end this thing on your terms, plan it. I know that's your preference. Most fixed signs in the general sense, not just Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus. What we start, we also want to be the ones to finish. So listen, that's an internal kickback. Once more, not external. This is internal. You've been resisting this call. That's okay. It's okay. You're listening. You're listening now. But this has been with you for a while. Scorpio, start thinking about wrapping this up. You don't need it. Trust in that. And you're like, ah, yeah. But here it is, the Hanged Man, the World, Wheel of Fortune. What you start planning for now, Wheel of Fortune will turn in your favor later. Okay? Trust that you can give this up. It's almost like saying you don't have to work so hard now. And you start wrapping that up. Enjoy your foundation. Excuse me, plural, foundations. Enjoy your foundations. For they are plentiful and vast. Give up the doubts. You're ready. Ten of Pentacles twice. And like I said, you don't do it alone. There is someone in here with you. Two of Pentacles, Six of Cups. I have no doubt. Six of Cups here. You've known this person a long time. They represent love and support, bare minimum, and they help you manage this behemoth in there. This absolute behemoth. They help you with that. And know that they support you too. If you want to continue, however, to contribute to both of these spaces, to both of these foundations, that's a choice. It is a choice. And then others of you, you might opt for, you know, choice C, option C. Give up one and not the other. But yeah, we can't continue, or the Scorpio really should not continue to plan to float both. You've done that long enough. Okay? Because, yeah, you have apparently two very prosperous working worlds and environments. It might be time, guys. And don't think of it as retirement. Maybe just think of it as maybe partial retirement. You're going to cut some of this work energies in half. Trust that you can. You're stable. You're prosperous. And stop doubting yourself. You can exit. Yes. And you can exit on your terms. So, this has been really interesting. Man, I know it's hard for you to part ways with this path. You've been planning it and detailing it for so long now. I get it. I do. But also, you don't need to carry quite so much anymore. All right. Ten of Pentacles twice, guys, with the Two of Pentacles. My goodness. You deserve rest, you know. You've been working hard all your life. You've been producing. You're well invested. Honey, even if it's partial retirement, you've earned it, okay? You've earned to work less. Trust in that. Have faith in that. I know it's your baby. That's what it is. That's why I'm looking at it. That's why you're so reluctant to start planning the exit. It's because this is your baby. It's your blood, sweat, and tears. I get that. I do. Star power, cultivation. Yeah. If you have any Leo in their chart, check theirs out. They got star power as well, also over a bunch of coin. Theirs was a little bit more. See, this is what I could do. They earned it. Here's the thing. You got a little bit of a profile too. You got star power as well. You just didn't show me that. You showed me how this is worn on you. You showed me how much responsibility you have undertaken and assumed. You show me what this has cost you in terms of time, energy, and effort. You're showing me also how this has left you phenomenally stable, well-connected, loved. So, star power, you might have a little bit of a profile. In other words, you're known, you're visible. How could you not be? Look at this shit. Look at that. Yeah, I'd imagine you're known. And then you gained that power through cultivation practices for years. Being very careful with what you invest in and why, how you work and why, and who you're connected to and why. Very careful cultivation practices. And I see someone here, bless them. Bless them. They help you with all this. They help you manage it all. They support you. Know that. Protect yourself, protect your interests, and then also protect your long-term version of self. Do you want to continue to work at this rate for how many more years? So protect your vision. All right, I know you feel protective of this path, goodness knows, but you've been feeling it for a long time. It's time to let some of this go. So protect your version of the future. All right? I don't know how long you've been resisting the call there, but you got real accustomed to going like, man, no, now's not the time. I know, it's that stubbornness. I know. That Scorpio stubbornness. This also ties up into your real earthbound ambitions, you know? I get it. But consider, those little choices you make now will pay off for you later. Yeah? Those little exit plans, they add up. Okay. Trust in divine timing, indeed. Trust in divine timing, but also your thoughts around divine timing. When would it be a good time for me to develop an exit? What's my date? How long am I working with here? How can I ensure my best? And see, I know. And I wouldn't say soulmate. That's very misgiving. I say soul bond. That's what that is right here. 6 of Cups. There's someone here who you are dearly attached to, and they to you. And they support you in everything that you do. They're very much part of these foundations that you have. Listen to your intuition. I know it's been hard to listen to yourself because of all the weight and responsibility you're carrying. But nonetheless, you got the goods. It's in there. It's in there. Okay? It's a good thing. Okay? It's a good thing to relinquish some of these energies, these responsibilities, all these activities, foundational efforts. They're just trying to position you into a space of enjoyment. It's time for you to enjoy everything that you have been so carefully cultivating and earning. And frankly, just not having to work as much. You've done your labor. You've done your bit. You've carried your responsibilities very well. C, Q, V, I, 2 V's. All right, and then we have the medallions of Virgo, Aries, and of course, Scorpio. Yeah, you might be a double, triple. Absolutely. You could have these other very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to. Yeah, sure. And then the seasons might be important to you, particularly here in upcoming Virgo season. That's when I really think the Scorpio is going to start laying down the exit tracks. You're going to poke around with the idea for a little bit, but I think really start drawing out hard lines for an exit. August. Yes. Because it's the practical thing to do. And then also, like I said, you need... When we start something, guys, this is some of the best advice I ever received in writing, specifically. Best advice, golden advice. Begin with the end in mind. If you can figure out your opening and you can figure out your ending, literally everything else falls into place. You started something a long time ago. You knew your beginning. And you did not begin with the end in mind, because I know why. You would equate that to failure. But now it's upon you to think about the ending. You can write it very well. Protect your vision of the future. It's time for you to enjoy everything you've done. Okay? All right. And then also the key. Yes, you have the key. Oh, yes. To any given situation, circumstance, no matter how challenging and or difficult, you always have the key. It's always in your pocket. You have the power to release yourself from any given situation. Just know that it's there. Never lose sight of that. All right. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Sunday check-in. I have been curious, I guess you could say, to check in on you today. The moon is just dropping left, right, center. Now, mind you, we have a full moon coming up, but still, what is going on with the Piscean crew? The Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Wands, Death. Okay. The Chariot, 4 of Cups, Knight of Swords. 4 Swords, 3 Cups, King of Wands. Okay. It's interesting. Fast forward to your timeline, catching you up to today. Ace of Wands. There's something here that you had hoped would ignite, take off, be open and available to you. Not anymore. I think of it this way. You're being released from that desire, that want, or that hope. You no longer feel attached to it or chained to it. You can let that old hope and desire go peacefully. It represents, in fact, how far you've come in terms of transformation over a particular subject. Yeah, but there's something here you used to hope for, you no longer do. There's something here you used to desire for, you no longer do. And that took time. And guess what? The results of that, the Chariot, 4 Cups, Knight of Swords, is kind of like saying, I have permission to move forward now. To move on. I don't have to hope for this or desire it. I'm no longer connected to it. I can move on. Yeah, I hope that you do. It's very realistic. You have the opportunity to launch yourself forward now. 4 Swords, 3 Cups, King of Wands. A little bit of rest. It's going to do you well. You brighten up considerably over the next couple of weeks. As you find other things and people to connect to, it brings out some good energies in you. You look happy, you look content, but above all, calm, peaceful. Whatever this is, now that you're no longer in tune with it, you don't feel it anymore, you don't desire it anymore, it feels like you have permission to move on. Now, to be clear, you always had permission to move on. You acknowledging the energy, or rather the lack of it, is what is really allowing you to move forward. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Wands, Death. Seven of Swords, King of Pentacles, the Chariot. Yeah. You always kind of suspected that you were ready to move forward, but you're just now kind of receiving spiritual confirmation of it, you know? Yeah, like I said, you've had permission to move on. You've had it. But catching up to you in spirit and in mind, the essence of it, is here now. Chariots twice. King of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. Yeah. Yeah, there's something here you can let go of. Specifically anticipating energy from it. Or hope from it. The Chariot, 4 Cups, Knight of Swords. You suspected, but you didn't fully believe in your ability to move forward. Well, you do now. You can now. I don't know what the Ace of Wands was. It just never arrived. It represents hope, faith, or passion. You can let that go. 10 of Swords, 7 of Wands, 5 of Wands, and the fight. It puts to rest the fight. 10 of Swords, 7 of Wands, 5 of Wands. You can move beyond this now. There's nothing left to fight. Okay, or insist upon, or push back on, or tell yourself to sit there and wait. You don't have to do any of that now. I'm looking at something that I know you were hoping for better. Better never came. That you were looking for fresher, brighter energies over a difficult situation. That never happened. You can move on from this now. Whatever that situation is, looks like it's content to destroy itself. Release yourself from it. 4 Swords, 3 Cups, King of Wands. This will cause you no more conflict once you realize you're not holding out hope or faith for this anymore. 4 Swords, 3 Cups, King of Wands. You need to rest. Yes. 9 of Cups. 6 of Swords, Judgment. You are so thankful that you listened to yourself. I am too. I'm looking at you. You look a lot better. A lot healthier, I might add. Energetically healthy. Yeah. And then possibly physically too. 9 of Cups, 6 of Swords, Judgment. You are so thankful you listened to yourself. Yeah. And moved on. Four Swords, Three Cups, King of Wands. It's not exactly a silent rest. I do see you connecting to the right people that make you feel good, just in the general sense. But in the near future, you're looking back on your decision to leave this behind, or rather give yourself permission to move forward, really, and you're so thankful you did. What comes to mind is that old expression, I'm looking at this, not my circus, not my monkeys, or something like that. You know, that situation, like I said, it looks like it's determined to tear itself apart. You don't need to be involved in that, and you most certainly don't need to hold out hope for it anymore. Move forward. It'll be one of the best decisions you ever gave yourself. That at the end of the day comes down to peace. You gave yourself peace by exiting that situation. But again, acknowledging the permission you always had to move forward. To leave this alone. Leave it behind. Reflection. Like I said, that reflection for you is in the near future. You will be thanking yourself shortly. Thank you, Pisces, for leaving this alone. For giving yourself permission to finally move on. It's a simple reflection. It's an honest one. And you look happy. Roll the dice in reverse. Yeah, we don't want to roll the dice on this situation again. Hope for a different outcome. You know what the outcome is. All right. It's catching up with you now on your timeline. And you're like, can I move forward? Yeah, you can. Is now the time? Yes, it is. Will this situation keep me here? If it could, absolutely. Did I always have permission to move on from it? Yeah, you did. Why didn't I give myself permission sooner? Oh, because you held out hope for this situation. That's all. Hope is an amazing feature to the human existence. Somebody wiser than myself once said, hope. The most redeeming of human qualities and the most damning too. You just went from damning to redeeming. You're someone who is naturally filled with hope and optimism for better things. Make sure you use it correctly for the right people, situations, circumstances, connections, etc. You've heard me say it 1,000 times. Okay? I'm glad to see that you are recovering and that you are pleased with your decision in future when you reflect back on this moment. Yeah, but you always have permission to move on. Always. Okay. Oh. It always kind of mystifies me when I look at time. And it's like, oh, it's incredibly short. And I'm not expecting that. Or it's much longer than how I felt the reading was going. And that surprises me too. When you read, it is an intuitive flow. And then time just kind of ceases to be, you know? Okay, and have faith in you. Oh yes, always have faith. That's part of hope. Yeah? But make sure it's for yourself first. And that way you will better understand where to have faith and hope in other areas of your life. All right? That. And I am sorry, that looks brutal. Guys, it looks fucking brutal. But aren't you tired? You have a long timeline with this. Aren't you tired of trying to have any sort of hope towards this situation? That's how you know you're done. Celebration. Winter. For some of you, your next winter, there will be reason to celebrate. What that means, I have no idea. But just FYI. All right. And if you live in the southern hemisphere, we're currently in your winter. But yes, there's reason enough here to celebrate. Rebirth, winter. They're really pointing out winter. In your immediate future, you've already started to heal. And you're not alone. I can see that you're a little extroverted. It's all right. Healing in good company, too. That's where I find you. With some of you, you'll have had a full rebirth and appreciation of it by winter. Okay? I'm glad you feel better. That's a good start. RVAMI. We have the medallions of Libra, Scorpio, and Aries. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to, the season might be important to you. And above all, my favorite here today, Dove, sign of peace. Yep. And that's where I see you. That's where I leave you. But not you. I want you to live in that peace for as long as you can. Have peace over this decision. I see you reflecting on that very thing. It's like that's one of the best decisions I ever made. You'll be at peace. You'll be okay. More than. All right. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Cancer. All right, the Emperor, Ace of Swords, the Hierophant. Ooh, look at you. My goodness. Page of Swords, Three of Swords, Six of Pentacles. I said, look at you, and look at the person looking at you. My goodness. All right, Three of Cups, Four of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Well, that's lovely. Lots of love here. The potential for connectivity. It looks good. It looks healthy. Alrighty, the Emperor, Ace of Swords, the Hierophant. Whoa, look who has a strong sense of self. Look who's spiritually awake. Look who's empowered. Look who's tough. You. You're like, well, you know, I do my best. You are actually very strong-willed, strong-minded too. Okay, I like where you're at. I like where you're at, but you're also showing me a phenomenal strength of will. There's a reason why. It's not very Cancerish. In other words, this is not a coincidence. Okay. Page of Swords, Three of Swords, Six of Pentacles. Well, someone's looking at you. And they're aching a little bit. Heartbreak. They say they want to work things out with you. Six of Pentacles tells me not much balance. So I can at least say in this position, wanting to work things out with you, make things fair, or even if that's possible. Whether or not you will step into that, I do not know. Three of Cups, Four of Wands, Two of Cups, and then things relax considerably for you in future. I do see you mixing and mingling with somebody in a much more comfortable way, emotionally, yeah. Alrighty, the Emperor, Ace of Swords, the Hierophant. We'll get to you. Three of Wands, the Hanged Man, King of Wands. Oh, yeah. Wow. You're showing me determination to pause and do nothing. Okay. You're saying it's my time to be empowered. It is my time to be strong. It is my time to commit to my ideals. You're enforcing some sort of decision. And it's a strong one. Three of Wands, the Hanged Man. That might sound like a bunch of waiting to you. But it's almost like you're trying to show me, or rather yourself, a forceful demonstration, willpower. I will wait. I will not move. I will not lift one finger. You've taken up a power position on principle, it seems. I will do nothing. The only reason I'm not giving you heck about it is because King of Wands. You're saying you feel good about this. Oh yeah, this Cancer's made a very strong declaration and you're backing it up as we speak. Okay. Okay. Remember, if you're going to wait, you need to know that you're choosing it. And from what I can tell, you understand you're choosing that. And then also understand why. And you're saying, I do. I understand why. Okay. Yeah, but you're determined to stand there in your power. Not sit and wait, but stand there in your power. And act in accordance to your conscience. If and when you need to. Whatever that means. Oh yeah, but you're standing out there on principle. My goodness. Look at that strength of will there. Okay. Page of Swords, Three of Swords, Six of Pentacles. Page of Swords, Three of Swords, Six of Pentacles. The Lovers, Justice, Six of Cups. Oh, wow. Wow. Wasn't expecting to see all that. It's interesting because it's kind of small when it looks at you. Small, Three of Swords, Six of Pentacles. Maybe they're intimidated. Because to me, it's like, my heart hurts. Can we work things out? It kind of looks like a simple plea, but upon clarification, oh my, it's quite the deep, meaningful connection. The Lovers, Justice, Six of Cups. It's more than a Six of Pentacles balance. We're talking emotional balance, spiritual balance, the Lovers connection. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe they're looking at you and feeling intimidated. Mm-hmm. Oh yes, but they have a very deep desire to balance things with you. And again, it's not just Six of Pentacles. That's what it looks like on the surface. So I'm surprised actually to see all that. What will you do? What will you do? That's a very strong plea. This person has my sympathy. I do. I'm not saying that they're right and that you're wrong. That's not my place. I'm not designating that kind of judgment. I'm saying they have my sympathy. They're looking at you, this powerhouse of energy. I am who I am, and I stand stoic in myself and my beliefs. And I will not deviate from that. I ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. I'm not rushing anywhere. I'm good right here. Maybe they're looking at you, and they're intimidated. But they do have my sympathies. The Lovers, Justice, Six of Cups. I have to say, the desire behind the design. So here's the design. I'm heartbroken too. Can we fix this? Okay, that's the design. Here's the desire. The desire's huge. That's what's going on inside this person. And it speaks to you too, let's be clear about that. Between the two of you, just both ID'd this as a very strong soul bond and a unique one. Six of Cups and the Lovers. So let's not act like we're not affected. I know you are. I know you are. It's not just all them. That's my lover. That's my Six of Cups. You feel that too. Okay. Oh yeah. But I'm not going to deny you got big britches. You do. Three of Cups, Four of Wands, Two of Cups. So, big britches, Cancer. What you gonna do? Do you want to connect, balance? Oh my goodness. Three of Cups, Four of Wands, Two of Cups. Well, we know the potential exists. Two of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Wands. It's conditional. It's fine. Two of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Wands. If you can be open to the realistic work it takes to get this together, get it back up and running, you're in. You also understand that it needs to be returned to you, and that's fair. That's healthy. I agree. Okay. So you're holding out some very tight standards for this connection to continue to come together. Now, how it's been defined as a relationship, I have no idea. This is bare minimum an emotional attachment. If you two have done any more work defining it in terms of long-term companionship, marriage, going there, commitment, etc., I don't know. This is its base, and it's a pretty good base. We have the opportunity to keep it going together in the name of love, okay? But we have some conditions, and you see them as being practical in nature. I know that you love me, and it's a strong connection, but I need more help, practically speaking. Real effort. And I'm not going to argue with that, and I'll tell you why. Needs must. You know, with all due respect to the Beatles, they had a good message, love is all you need. Well, no, and I'll tell you why. Again, with all due respect to the Beatles, love is not just a feeling. It's also an action, and that's where people get fucked up. It is so easy sometimes to gravitate towards one or the other. Like free-flowing, I love you, I'm crazy about you, I'm wild about it, but then there's no action behind it. No willingness to change or invest in a 3D realistic way. But hey, feels, tons of feels, lots of feelings, so many feelings, and you're just drowning in water. And that's coming from a water sign. That's because I know better, right? And there's other people who are just like all action, all work, and they forget to open up to the feeling. It's like, why are we even working towards this? Right? You're trying to save your feelings for a rainy day? What are we doing? It's not going to just be all work and no love. No. The work should be an extension of how we feel, so the action to back up the feeling. And you're saying, I need more of the proof. I know you love me. I need more 3D from you. Show me. God dang it. Show me. Right? It's like we know what the answer is. I knew I was coming up with it. Where is that analogy? Math homework. You ever been tortured by this in class? Points deducted. You failed to show your work, right? So you know what the outcome is on the math problem. But we're not showing how we got there. Show me that you love me. Okay? Don't just say it. Show me. Show me how you got there. Proof. Show me the proof. So, okay, I'll give you that. And by the way, I don't want to hear nothing about love should be unconditional. No. I'm assuming I'm reading an adult. Adults have conditions. That speaks to self-worth. That doesn't mean you love hold hostage. That's something else, and that comes from a very twisted control freak kind of place. No. Healthy love has conditions. It's called boundaries. I need this in order to be connected to you. You love me. Fantastic. Put in the work. Show it. Show your work. Show your thinking. Show me that you love me. Put in the work. Remember, real human healthy connections have standards, boundaries, conditions. No, I'm sorry. I got to push back on that. Love is not all you need. It's a hell of a start, though. Love is the motivation to try anything. Yes. But it cannot sustain itself. It has to be returned. It has to be shown. Okay? All right. So I got you. So, all right. Going back to that point where you're just like being stoic as fuck. You had a good reason, and I'm glad that you held out for your point. I don't believe you're issuing an ultimatum. No. But you were holding out for a point, and it was a damn good one. All right? I got it. But I got you. If there's no doubt, though. No doubt. And this person loves you. Let's make that clear. And you feel it. But you needed more of the reality. Show the fuck up for me. Right? Show up for me. Carry more responsibility. Deliver more time, energy, and effort. Do your part. We're in a relationship. Prove it. Do your part. Step up. Do more. Take the initiative. Something like that. Power up. Yes, indeed. power position, and bingo, bango, spiritual work. This is what that looks like in the oracles. Same thing. You are in the power position, and you are exercising your spiritual enlightenment work or aptitude. You know this is something that you need to do, that you need to hold out for this point. Otherwise, you're shortchanging yourself if you continue to accept a connection that you feel very strongly about, but cannot provide you any sort of real-world security. And I don't just mean financial assistance. I mean somebody physically showing up and taking up space and doing things in that space that are helpful and contributive to the household. Okay. Yeah, but there seems to be a need for a better distribution of responsibilities. All right, listen. We need to listen. Listen. We're listening. Yeah, it's a good time. They're willing to listen. I see that. Cycles, completion, change. This is the time for change. But you know what's interesting about that? That tells me how close you were perhaps to closing this out, but you're giving it the opportunity to change. I think that's big of you. But yeah, you might have been very, very close to closing this out, but you opted to see if it could change or transform first. That's fair. I think that's more than reasonable. Absolutely. And generous offer. Okay. Again, more of the realistic 3D energy. All right, an apology, forgiveness, I do believe that's coming forward, yes. Particularly around the inattentiveness. We need more than love, please, to make this work. All that stuff. T, what? Two T's. Two T's, Y, H, and we have the medallion of Aries. You might have some very strong Aries in your chart. Could be connecting to the season, might be important to you, but that's much further out than what I'm reading. And then we have the fox, a sense of cleverness, swiftness, cute, but clever, swift, fast. Okay. You feel like that one got by? On cleverness and charm, maybe being cute? It stops being cute after a while. Cute stops being cute. It does. It does. Cute stops being cute, you know? It does. But they're clever. And if they're clever enough, they'll figure it out. They got to step up and do more. All right, Cancer, honey. I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well.